spiel time.
Ah!
Ethan, do not scream at the start of recordings.
Ah!
Alright, so this is the first in a long line of shorter campaigns. I do not fully plan on any of these being mini campaigns, as we've been labeling them in the past, because those are typically about 4 sessions. I am kind of aiming for these to be maybe somewhere around 10 or 12 sessions each. Kind of hard for me to ballpark that one, though, to be honest.
Fair.
This is the Elseer Vale, borrowed from a campaign book that we will be running from 3.5. I really liked the setting. It had a lot of diverse places, a lot of diverse ideas. I am altering it heavily, as I do with pretty much everything that I borrow and steal. The first campaign was originally based off of an idea called The Great Game, which was based off of an artifact that I have totally thrown away. So we're gonna keep calling it The Great Game, but it's really not all that thematic for what we're doing. The basic gist is that this is the time of like very, very early in the world's development. The elves are essentially in the Bronze Age. Humans are still relatively tribal, and the dwarves have just discovered iron. So things are still young. The gods don't fully have developed ideas and identities, and that's what we're going to be exploring a little bit, or trying to explore. This is going to be a little more chill than my previous campaigns, where I will not be trying to murder, death, kill you all the time.
Keywords all the time.
All the time, yes. I will try and murder, death, kill you a couple of times, but seeing as there's lowered stakes of 0 permadeath here, it's not that bad. And there's also no fate worse than death in this campaign, which is new. So,
Don't worry, we'll find one.
I go back to my 3 previous campaigns. Lordaeron, I become a demon. That's it, full stop. I become a demon. Curse of Strahd, well, everything is worse than death in Curse of Strahd. And then, Delirium.
Yeah.
Full stop. Anyways, focusing back in. Basic gist is, before the gods had fully formed, there were the old gods. Evil tentacle monsters that had taken over the world and enslaved everything that ever existed, period. There were sentient creatures before that, but it was like, sentient in the fact that it knows it exists. It's more of an animal. There are plants, there are other things. And the gods really hadn't manifested until the sentient races naturally evolved on the planet, and their collective ideas, thoughts, prayers, and energies formed into the first gods, the heads of each pantheon, the god of elves, which would be Asurian, the god of humans, which would be Pelor, and the god of dwarves, which would be Moradin. Just as examples. 1 second. I guess I can spell that out. Pelor. And when those gods were born, loose terms, they began to fight the old gods. And eventually the gods and the sort of overall creators of the universe, the Titans, were able to imprison the old gods, but not fully kill them, because if they were to kill the old gods, they had become so intertwined with the planet's fate that they would have destroyed the planet in the process. 1 sec.
Also, this
Sorry.
this first session may be a bit short because Josh is recovering from being
Yeah,
sick.
can you tell?
No.
Not
Sorry,
that much at this
I can
point.
only hear out of one ear, sorry.
Please wait for a message
He's
from our
been he's been
sponsors,
debuffed.
Shadow Legends.
Both Josh and I have been debuffed.
I also
yeah,
have a debuff
so-
today of feeling like shit for no apparent reason.
Well, you know, hey, it happens.
Yep.
And so basically, after the old gods were imprisoned, which you know that's a campaign after the Elsevier Veil. Maybe we'll do something about that. Maybe we'll permakill an old god. Maybe not.
Hey.
Ooh.
Alright.
You know
I won't be there for
that's a
that.
level.
I mean, they're
That's
just
a
screwing up
level.
everyone's lives throughout all our campaigns.
That's
so I'm
level
down.
20 off the bat.
Hell
That is the level 20. We'll look into prestige classes.
Oh.
God.
Anyways,
So basically, semi-demi humans.
anyways, the point here now is that the gods, because they don't have a fully formed identity and are not able to feed off of the prayers of other creatures, are really nerfed, or rather, are pre-buffed.
Our food isn't ripe yet.
And yeah, we're starting at level 15. That's really crazy. Most of us have only ever played one character that was above level 15. We'll be going
for one session.
We'll be going somewhere between 19 to 20, 18 maybe. But y'all are gonna get 9th level spells if you're a full
Hey.
caster. You know, I like seeing those.
Say as though I get them.
Cries an artificer.
I don't
Right
like
now.
seeing them.
Laughs in multi-class.
I don't
Mass
like
heal,
seeing
baby.
them. Shut up. I do not like seeing 9th level spells for very long because it makes everything a pain.
Fair.
But
Why?
they are
I
a
wish
lot
you
of
guys
fun
could
to
do
play
that
with.
from-
There are no spell restrictions other than one. Wish is still off the table.
Fair.
Damn.
Wish should not exist,
Which
period.
is a plot
What are you
device.
whining about? You wouldn't have got it anyways.
I know.
We don't even have.
Throwing
We
it in
don't.
the same pile of silvery barbs.
Yeah,
Yes, it
silver
is.
barbs.
It, and you know, I come back to. We don't. Again, we don't have a full arcane caster, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Oh.
Cries an artificer.
And
I think that'll be fun though.
the basic gist is that for some time the gods. I know this is a lot of exposition. I'm sorry. I
New
don't love
setting,
it,
who
but
dis?
yeah, new setting. We've got to set the ground rules. I feel like that was probably my biggest downfall of Lordaeron is that it was a shell of a world, and the players just kind of walked through it in some weird fantasy comedy drama,
And then Stratholm
We got some great
exploded.
comedy.
and,
So
and
we're
then
basically
we
reverse
took a break. We went to Northrend, took another break, and I reevaluated. Like, hey, maybe like there should be more to my setting than just these like set pieces. Anyways, I need to focus.
We decided that the more should be emotional damage.
I shouldn't have, but I did.
No, you should have. It was fun.
So yeah, basically they imprisoned the old gods, but then there was like no structure to anything. And when there is no structure to anything, people start fighting each other. And when gods, even like pre-buff gods, fight each other, collateral happens.
Heh.
And the current overdeity of the setting, who is Sylvanas, the god of all wilderness, said, I'm done with your crap. Go to timeout. And he basically, with an overwhelming power, created these veils across the earth across the world for all of the different pantheons to chill out in. He did allow their mortal excuse me. Their mortal petitioners, that's the word I'm looking for, join them. But he also said, this is temporary. Figure it out. No more godly wars for the moment. Eventually, Sylvanas will become less powerful as civilization spreads out. So, you know, that ban won't last long. Let's... This is the Elsevier Vale. Well, you have all of your stereotypical fantasy races. Except for Dragonborn. Dragonborn aren't born yet. So we've
just
got
dragons.
elves.
We will change that. We will change that.
I don't know why you would.
How are you planning to do that?
I don't know. That's not me. I'm not a
You would get every single. You would get Moradin, Garl, Assyrian, and Palor on your butt, being like, "Boy, you what? You made
I
another
was
race?
planning to get a silver dragon. I didn't understand this was the context you meant it in.
No,
Oh.
no.
You know what it is?
Oh.
No.
We don't
Magic
have a
Umbrella
bard,
2.0.
but we have a horny paladin.
No.
I mean, they
I'm
got
not
the
a bard.
charisma.
I'm not a bard.
This is a holy Rolo.
Oh man, I
For
can't
clarification,
laugh.
this is not a Rolo that is filled with holes.
Anyway,
God, what does
Nice.
that mean?
after being put in timeout and for some time to like reflect, the heads of each pantheon was like, yeah, we really ought to figure this stuff out. And so they created small cohorts of all of the intermediate deities, and they made a cohort of a lot of the greater deities, and they said, get to know each other for a couple of weeks. You will be going through what is essentially, to a lot of people, it's going to look like, kindergarten. It's going to be where the heads of each pantheon, I gotta think of a better word for that, but I can't right now. And I've been trying for a week or two. Are going to take you guys through these steps of like, okay, we need this from you because we are the only ones who could currently communicate it to the living petitioners. Unless you want them to start making crap up for you, you need to communicate this. And if you don't, your identity is not going to be your own, so I don't want to hear any complaints. And that is where the whole kindergarten part comes in.
I imagine we're all just like sitting in the tiny chairs from kindergarten, like, yes, Dad.
Crisscross applesauce, apples in your basket.
What?
So
Yes, yes, Dad.
and that gives me flashbacks.
I never heard the apples in your basket. I only heard crisscross
Me neither.
applesauce.
I've heard apples in the basket before, and
Uber.
not when I was in kindergarten, which is the annoying thing. Just saying, UNM really should not have the primary and the secondary teachers working together. It does not work. Because when my partner for a presentation is saying things like that, and I'm over here being like,
What the fuck?
pick your partners, figure out, what is the melting temperature of water, and
The
tell me
melting
why you think
temperature?
that's, all this stuff. Anyways, focus, Joshua. I've been very severely mentally unstimulated this way because I had to take 3 days off.
Kill the gods.
Anyways, for any other exposition I need to make before later?
Maybe the areas of like who controls where on the map.
Yes, that would be important, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
You're welcome, Josh. We got you.
So I'll start drawing, I guess. So basically, the Sun's Mirror, Sun's Rest, and the Eternal Fields is the land of the humans. They are very primitive, so they took the most fertile area. They're also the only people who, at the moment, have like fully fledged agriculture.
Huh.
Because the goddess of agriculture plays favorites. And her favorite is Tyr.
Yeah.
I mean, understandable, to be fair.
It's
Everyone likes the pretty guy who's also the oldest.
Yeah.
Or something. Then we
not allowed.
have
Who's rating it as hummus?
Or,
Hummus.
or maybe I just refer to Tyr as Dad. It might just be like, okay, Dad.
Dad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've
there we
got
go.
over one
funny
random
again.
adopted human.
This is the
But,
hummus realm.
I
We're
will
on like foreign exchange.
I will elaborate on this later, but Tyr is not the god of humans, though. Just for the record, that is still Pelor. Next, we have the elves, who have had not a full schism yet, but there is in progress among the mortals a kind of separation between the high elves and the wood elves. Later will become the dark elves. So currently, the elves are sort of separated between two. I'm not going to call them political parties because they're not like opposed to each other, but it's just a lifestyle preference, really.
Oh, so.
We've
Not
got
just the stage, Mom.
the throne of Asurian, and Asurian is the god of the sun, the god of the elves. He is the leader of the high elves currently. up on the in the mountains with their neighbors that I will address
Which
later.
means-
And then there's kind of there's not a lot of them, but the wood elves who hang out with these players being favorite gods so far in the past, Elun or Selun if you're a human.
Hey.
No.
Moon
Yeah,
Mom.
let's go.
Moon
Go,
Mom.
The Moon Mom, yes, everyone's favorite Moon Mom.
You gave me a
I
lightsaber.
don't plan on focusing much on her because she's had plenty of time in the spotlight.
No!
She has had 2 campaigns. Y'all can shut up.
Gosh, I want my dark saber back though.
Hold on, I need a drink. Look, I can't control what your characters do, but like, you know,
Zane,
let's
please, don't
let's
do it.
explore a little bit, all right?
He's like, please do something else. I built this whole world. Don't just go for those you like.
And let's
Yeah,
see.
that's all. That's like you put Tyr in there.
Where are the
He's
goblins?
like, hey, look,
halflings,
look, guys, look,
dwarves?
look, here's Tyr, Like
You
We've
taking
got-
it
gotta
from
go over
behind.
to the western side. That's where Tyr is.
The halflings are like super small. Nobody knows where they came from because the goddess showed up first, and then the halflings came.
Power move.
Power.
Basically, she says that they are her adopted children, and she's very vocal about it, that they are adopted, and that she is not responsible for them.
Pretty sure if you adopt someone, you're still responsible for them.
Not
okay.
That's kind of
according
what
to
that
Nala.
process means.
She is not fully responsible for them. She is keeping some plausible deniability. We have the gnomes, which encompass a small area, the Golden Exchange and the Golden Hills, led by the trickster Garl Glittergold over here. And you have the dwarves who make up. Whoop, can't do that. Need to zoom out. Dwarves who are in control of Karak Zagor and Murkholm.
Berg.
Moradin is basically a shut-in. He's like, I'll help if you need it, but I lack my rocks.
Mood.
Small. Small.
Small boy.
Boy. Okay.
What
There
are we
are
talking
a
about?
few other miscellaneous gods kind of around the Vale at the moment. This Vale got stuck with everybody's sourpuss, who is Talos, the god of generic destruction, and all of his homies.
Yay.
And nobody likes his homies because Talos is a sourpuss and is like, I don't like being kept to this one place, but I also can't fight Sylvanas, so y'all can put up with me. And, you know, his posse kind of includes...
He's that one cousin that no one likes.
He really is,
Stop it.
but you can't get rid of him
Yeah.
because he's an important part of, like, life. You know, his group kind of includes Mishka, who is we've seen before, Umberly, who is honestly probably the angriest god currently because she got kicked out of the oceans as the goddess of the ocean.
That is rude.
Everyone's
Wait.
favorite, very impotent Oriel.
Where's that? Where's he? Where is he?
Killed her
Heartbroken.
once.
She's basically at the peak of destruction because she's really easy to bully.
Aww.
Because, you know, the goddess of winter
She's
is
like a
not
lesser
worshipped
god,
by
isn't
many.
she?
Here, Ariel, give me your lunch money.
And then his kind of like associate is Malar, who is kind of a two-faced deity. He's the god of the hunt, but everybody hunts. And
Yeah.
that includes evil things. So, you know, everyone needs food. He's also the god of savage animals. Key point there on savage. There are gods of each individual type of animal, like corvids, wolves, etc. But if they're just mean, savage animals, they belong to that dude. Let's see, what else? Well, we've got the goblins.
Gablins
Um,
with Glub Glub.
Maglubiot is a really large portion of why Savannah said you need to figure it out. Because Maglubiot basically killed all of the goblinoid pantheon that didn't involve murder, death, or terror. And then, not like in this place, but there are the primordial gods of the four elements: Therazane, Ragnaros, Neptulon, and Alakir. They might get involved at some point.
One of
Maybe.
them might.
We might involve them.
Yeah.
We might
If
forcefully
anything,
involve
we will
them.
be the ones to evolve them.
Let's see. Does anyone have
Knock,
any?
knock, give me your fire.
Does anyone have any general questions about like the gods, or like
I-
who's where?
I have a question about like terrain. So is Endless Plain deserts or is that like fields?
Well, deserts aren't exactly plains.
Okay, well, there's a lot of things that can be considered plains. Like Idaho has a little bit of like a plains, but there's like nothing living there.
Think the Great Plains.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah, they're
it can
plains.
be fertile.
It
Yeah, like-
encompasses everything between the Rockies, everything of similar climate
The Midwest.
from the Rockies to the Appalachians.
Yeah.
There are livable areas, but what little livable areas, Sylvanus has said, not for you.
Sad.
And that
I
does
agree, Grandpa.
that does go on. He is not totalitarian in his beliefs here. Sylvanus is willing to let small expeditions leave the Vale. You need to make a really good case for why that is necessary. And while you're doing that, you gotta take one of his kids with you as like surveillance. And his kids being the wild gods.
Are we gonna have to take a wild god with us when we steal fire?
No, because if you're stealing fire, that is on the primordial plane of fire.
Hmm.
That is
Or-
something to think. Is like
And also,
the material plane, Sylvanus has domain over. The elemental planes, that's free game. But that's also really hostile to life.
Yeah.
So, you know.
also, I just realized the fucking that out of everyone here, Orome's the only one says, "Hey, I want to become friends with the wild god." so,
Bitch,
so,
I want to
so,
be
so
friends
Or-
with the
Or-
crow god.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. For
It
my
happens, it
characters.
Alright, so any other questions?
What's in the West Deep?
West
Um,
Deep? You don't know.
Hmm.
All right.
Huh.
That will be for later exploration, if wished upon. Gods I didn't mention. Yes, so Bahamut and Tiamat are in this area. Tiamat's a real recluse because basically her and all of her children were driven to insanity by the old gods,
Fun.
and things didn't go well for her. So now very few of her children aren't malicious and evil. That is the generic explanation that I am giving for chromatic dragons to be mostly evil. But it does leave room for some of them to not be. Bahamut is a little different because the dragons of the world are the oldest race. Next to the giants, nobody can really like decide who's older there. And Bahamut really isn't so much a father to the dragons, so much as he is their personification. So
Mm.
they kind of treat him almost more like a younger brother, the ancient dragons do,
Huh.
because some of them are empirically stronger than him currently.
Oh.
Wait,
shit.
So he's the younger brother of these dragons. Like he's considered.
It's
that
kind of like if you were,
The
as a
ancient
collective
dragons were
society,
first.
to suddenly have a little person that represented you and was weaker than your best people.
Oh, okay.
How would you treat that? Eventually,
Text
he
the
will
child.
become He will eventually become stronger than all of them. And they know that, but they're treating him kind of like a child and trying to like teach him, here is what being a dragon means. You don't get to decide that. Don't think that you have that kind of dominion over us. We are the originals. You have to follow what we say.
So yeah,
Okay.
older siblings.
It's not being bullied so much as it is being like instructed.
It's being older siblinged.
Yes. So now we're gonna start with character introductions because I need a break.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hopefully you guys like my little
I
names.
rolled,
You rolled for me.
and I am
Seems
not
like
going from bottom to top. I'm going top to bottom this campaign. Ethan, you are going to be
Oh.
starting.
I'm gonna be starting. I thought Zane was.
No, you're
Oh.
the second highest number.
Oh.
Okay. So my character for this campaign, is I decided to go with a Forge Cleric, like I do for almost every smaller campaigns. I just
Oh.
pick a cleric and go
I'm
with
gonna
it.
cut you off. Sorry, I didn't actually explain why you guys are the gods of what you are. In D&D, or at least in the Forgotten Realms, which I am basing a lot of my power scaling and methodology off after, greater gods are even when pre-buffed are like beyond understandably powerful. So everyone here is an intermediate deity, which means kind of more niche. You're not going to be the god of fire, but you're going to be the god of the forge in the case of where we landed with Ethan.
Hey.
Continue. Sorry.
That's my god. So my character is Obion. Obion, not Obi-Wan, is
Okay, everyone.
is personified as a high elf and is the god of fire. The forges, the forge, blacksmiths, like metal workers, foraging, that type of deal. Kind of my character. I built him around a forge cleric, so a impenetrable wall on the battlefield essentially is how I built him. So yeah.
I suppose I'll go next since I kind of play off of that a little. So my character's name is Kalia, and she is an artillerist artificer who is the goddess of like technological advancement. As far as fighting goes, she's very much a distance fighter who's just like, okay, Eldritch Blast and gun. We will see how many times I miss this campaign because I've got like a plus 17 to hit. But I've got some plans, certainly. And I'm also going to be very chaotic.
Forgot to mention I'm playing like a lawful
Oh.
good for once character.
And
Once you're done,
our
pick that person
characters
who
are
hasn't gone
twins.
yet.
Yeah, that's one set of twins. Should we go next, Danielle? So they said
Sure.
chaos. Yeah, Danielle, you should go next. Since they said chaos.
Alright, I guess I'm chaos in this relationship. Very much so. So I'm playing Karis, who is a Hexadin combination between Hexblade Warlock and Devotion Paladin, so that should be spicy. I'm also not going to be able to miss anything ever.
What's your to
She's
hit?
also a elf and basically kind of the more chaotic older sister to Varric. So she is the goddess of victory in battle and kind of came in at the end of the old God Wars. It has a sword that just kind of eats people's souls, so that's gonna be fun.
Wait, what?
Wardenblade says what?
Not quite Mordblade, but not
I'll
that
give
far
it-
off.
I'll give an explanation for that later.
That's fair, but yeah, that's the overall summary.
Alright, and going off of the chaos, my character Varric is a Oath of the Conquest Paladin, who is the god of honor. So wasn't there for the whole holy war against the old gods, but kind of popped up one day next to Karis and is like, "Sup, I'm your brother," and she's like, "Gross."
So
Gross, why?
because this joke always came to mind is that society decided, yes, war crimes are fine if they're against the old gods.
The same energy as our Warcrafts don't count if they're against the demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my character is also an elf, and they are more on the honor. They have high AC, but if they do hit somehow, he has a shit ton of ways to be immune or resistant or just negate the damage because honor can go through anything and still come up on top. And also, I don't have a very good plus to hit, but it's still all right.
It's okay, you just knock things prone for me and I'll destroy them.
Yeah, I think that's our relationship. Like, or I can give you, or I can get the
I'll
advantage
shoot
on them
everything
for you by
else.
just doing an action. Like, I can just goad them into attack and just like use my master distraction, and be like honor, and then everyone has advantage on targets.
Okay,
when they
Zuko.
attack me.
All right.
I'm glorified Zuko, and let's just pass it to the other. Let's pass it to the other V with Varys, not related to Varric.
Oh.
Michael, go for it. 'Cause
No,
you're
no, no, you no,
No,
no, no,
God
no,
damn it.
no, 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 you go for it because no, I'm special. I'm not an elf.
Yeah, that's
You,
true.
you go last.
I go last.
Just like the
Alright.
human would.
So my character's name is Varys, and he is the god of honorable death. So,
Wait, so we've got a Varric
Uh,
and a Varys?
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
That's gonna be confusing.
Or
Yeah.
We
his
screwed
nickname-
ourselves with these names, I'm telling
his-
you.
Oh,
his
yeah.
nickname-
I think we've got like
his nickname
3
is,
letter pairs.
Well,
His
I
nickname
mean,
is Otto.
Obion,
Okay,
Orbe,
Otto.
Varric, and Varys, Karis, and Kalea.
I mean,
His
Why
Karis
not?
and
name
Kalia
is-
sound
That
different.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, that doesn't work out too well because then that's also close to Ethan's with the O's, so we're gonna have O's, V's, and K's in this campaign.
Yeah, either way.
But yeah, his what he likes to do is just guide the souls of honorable soldiers back to their homes. That's about it.
Mm,
He's a psychopomp
he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
who doesn't have the full title yet because he's missing a boat.
We need
Maybe
to
you
get
get
this
the
man a
boat.
boat.
Oh wait, points to you too. Make him
Or-
a cool ass boat.
or whatever,
Sure,
whatever
give me a
other,
month.
whatever other symbolic representation
Of travel.
Evan wants to impose upon my setting selves.
A
Michael,
fucking
go
fine
ahead as the token human.
as a token human, I am Orome. I did instantly steal off of Mr. Tolkien's work. I stole everything off of it. I will not be ashamed of it.
A man of taste.
I did, yes, a man of taste. I took his God of the Hunt and I ran with it, and I'm basically the all-around person of this group. If you need someone that's stealthy, I'm there. If you need someone that can go very far, I'm right here. If you need someone that can be a tank, I'm right here. If you need someone that has a lot of DPS, I'm right here. So I'm just more the all-around type of guy of the group. And hopefully, we'll calm some of these elves' more murderous intent as we look at both Danielle's character and Gale's.
I'm not murderous. I'm just
The 2 Ks are
questionable.
running off to kill people.
The K, the K problem.
I'm not murderous. I'm just questionable.
And also,
You're an
and also, I'm
so
gonna
you're doing.
make it. I'm gonna ask Josh. Well, probably Josh asking here that Orme has like a rival grudge with Malar. It's like
Oh,
a
sure,
fuck
but you would get freaking stomped, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
It's a one-sided rivalry.
Yeah.
It's the younger,
It's a-
it's the 6-year-old who's like trying to pick a fight with the high schooler. He
Exactly.
just looks at you, kicks
now.
you in the face, and you're just down.
For now.
I drop kicked
Oh,
that
maybe.
toddler in self-defense.
All right,
Yeah,
so
but that's Orme.
these are all really interesting characters. We'll see where we go with them. Again, this is probably the least structured of the Alcir Vale. Excuse me. Campaigns. because honestly, I wanted to kind of give the players, y'all, a kind of say in the mythology because I think that's a really fun idea and like some of you guys have really unique ideas. And also when I talked with some of you about some of these things, it's like some of you never really want to make your own world, but you kind of want to make something.
You want to
And I
have
feel like this is a really fun
influence.
way to kind of vent that creativity without the whole dedication of a full campaign.
We're playing Minecraft in creative mode after, and then going to survival right after.
This is it's a funny way of putting it. This is sort of sandboxy. I will be throwing, directions like, hey, things are here, things are here. I will not have every location with a map. So don't expect a map for every place. Got a lot of maps. Let me do my count real quick. I've got 72 maps
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Oh
Christ.
God.
put
That's not a
together,
lot of math.
but it is for the entirety of the Elsevier Vale, so I probably can't use
Okay.
like 30 of them because, well, that's a castle. Nobody's built a castle yet.
Let's build a castle.
You could make the first castle.
No.
Although
I choose
I will
metal.
also say, what is the metaphysics of this campaign, right? Are you guys the actual gods? I want to say yes and no. Yes, cop out. But I think the way I'm framing this in my mind, you can interpret it however you want. That this is the stories that the early people tell. These are the stories that they think they're gods because these 5 races are the dominant races of the Eastern Kingdoms. And there's a lot of cultural crossover there. So a lot of these stories are kind of present for like anybody of the entire they are the consistent stories for these people groups.
Hmm.
So, did this legitimately happen? Well, maybe not, but they will have repercussions throughout further campaigns if we get to them. Obviously, some groups, something might happen, we might not be able to play. But my hope is that this is going to be a long-running setting. I'm going to be able to like include, little tidbits and hints like, "Oh yeah, remember that time you wrestled a wolf? Well, now the wolves are really hostile in this area, and that's why the people think they're really hostile.
Oops.
Because some jerkwad god, rather than making friends with the wolves, decided it was a better idea to wrestle them. Not that I think that's actually going to happen.
No, we're gonna see a wolf and go,
Why do
Poppy!
I mean-
what do fire elementals hate humans? Well, you see.
Yeah, that might actually be it. Is like, why are fire elementals nearly chaotic evil? Well, their essence was stolen by the gods. And that's why
Yeah.
they have a grudge against everything on the material plane.
I love this already.
This will be fun.
I don't know if the storytelling is going to be perfect with that. I will also say this is really high power. They have a bunch of really crazy things. I have tried to dial it back from the Morn weapons and Ignatius in terms of sheer numbers.
Never go be.
Like the legendary items that most people got are really powerful, but not in the direct way of 46 radiant damage. It's a +3, an extra 1d10. Oh, but it also has these other things that you can apply in and out of combat.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, Josh! I love mine. It's just you, Fred, do shit.
I
Uh,
I
tried
demand
to,
you to do shit.
I
I
did
make
not
diggy diggy hole.
We're not gonna
I
get
did
the
not-
problem of anything healing if I hit it, so we don't have to bitch about that.
I did not
I
make
have
nearly I did not make nearly as many of these originally. A lot of the items are kind of cobbled together. Like Michael's magic item is a couple of other magic items plus the Sword of the Perunes, which is an item from Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica.
That one's fun.
Which, looking at it, there are so many magic items that are just game breaking
Oh,
in that
yeah.
setting. because the Sword of the Perunes, incredible. It's fine for this campaign, but it is a very rare item which you could very well get at level 10. Every time you make the attack action, you can make a friend make an attack with a reaction.
Mm.
Which is super
It is
powerful.
a light version of the legendary action that I think is super broken but really fun for the party to have. And yeah, on that subject, I made I think 2 or 3 of the magic items that they got that the I think Danielle got one of them. Evan got another. I think that's it. Yeah. They're the crone swords. So
Oh.
in my setting, the elves are immortal. Functionally. Similar to Tolkien's. Why is that? Well, their god of death died.
Oh yeah.
Permanently.
Oh yeah.
She shattered
Oh.
her
This sucks
essence
to be you, but
into
I'm different.
she shattered her essence into like 5 different parts that the elves believe is the process of death. I've got them here. First, there is silence, there is the soul, there is blood, darkness, and then sorrow. Not necessarily in that order. I think the order that I had settled on was blood, the soul, sorrow, darkness, and then silence.
So what? Moral of the story, right? If an elf dies, their soul goes into a sword.
No.
Hence the
If an elf
morbid.
dies, the idea I think is generally that they are like one of the only races that is going to be permitted to exist on the material plane still. In a version of Valinor that is like separate from the continent, and Asurien is like, it's gonna be an overpopulation problem if I let these suckers run loose. Stay here. Yeah, so that's kind of the theming I went. I stole a lot of stuff from the Warhammer universe. I stole a lot
Yeah,
of stuff
let's
from
go.
I stole a
Fucking
lot of stuff
crones,
from the World of Warcraft universe. I stole a lot of stuff from Tolkien. I think the best DMs are ones who steal, change, and borrow.
Yes. I mean, Josh, I'm just adding to you because I just live and made Orin, man.
Or rather, I
I
think
may
the
kill
best,
I may kill a Grimbor.
the best GMs who have full-time jobs. I have a full-time job.
I
I
do
cannot
not.
create a world from scratch. I'm stealing everything.
That's fair.
So, anyways, I'm gonna focus in. I'm really bad at that tonight. I apologize.
Focus is hard.
I am talking way too much for the state I'm in, but I'm actually going pretty strong. So we'll see how long that lasts. We're
Always
focusing
get
in.
yourself
This
some
is
dirty leaf water and honey.
Oof.
what?
Tea.
Hot leaf juice.
Tea
Oh.
with honey.
Oh.
You said tastes like dirty leaf water.
It does taste like dirt. I hate tea.
Then get better tea.
Blasphemy. Get better tea.
But there is no
Wait,
such thing.
Josh,
Yes, there is.
Josh,
Yes,
Josh,
there
Josh,
is.
Unless I am able to add a literally unsoluble amount of sugar into it, it tastes like dirt.
yeah,
That's
That's
what
me
the honey
with
is
coffee.
for.
Yeah,
That's
Josh.
the goal. I mean, in this case, it's really just a vessel for the honey.
Well, then why not just dissolve honey in water and just drink that?
I mean, if that's how you want to do it, go ahead. It's your throat.
Anyways, we're a couple of weeks out before all of the gods had decided, okay, we need to figure things out. Paylor has decided, because he's the only one with a really, really big house, that we're doing it at his place. And yes,
Hell
a lot
yeah.
of this is really informal. I will address that later with another character who has issues with it. Basically, you have been messaging between each other. Here's your cohort. We're sorry yours is so one-sided in races. You're kind of the leftover bits.
Wow.
Wow,
But most of you kind of work together. We've got the 2 trouble twins, the 2 sets of trouble twins.
Hey, I'm not that troubled.
We
They're
think
all
Morome
one.
is going to temper you guys a little bit. Oh, and we've got the quiet kid, so hey, we'll put them with you.
He's just
That sounds like my high school
That's
friend.
Evan.
Which
That's
one is the
Evan,
quiet
Evan
kid?
is the quiet kid because
Evan is
he
the
watches.
Evan's a quiet kid. And then Orme is just like, Oh god, I gotta make decisions around here. Look at the two groups of war crimes around me.
I haven't
what
committed
have I
any
done?
war
It's
crimes
my
yet.
sister. Don't blame it on me.
I haven't committed any yet.
I done jack shit.
the way
But
that
no,
I
you did
pictured.
give me that flamethrower last week. I had fun with that.
It's
I
not my
didn't know
fault.
war-
The war crimes were not
Sorry.
on me this time.
Yes.
The way that I
damn it.
picture this is that Orme is like, okay, I don't know how else to breach a subject of like, making friends. Y'all want to go hunting with me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Obi-Wan's like, but the forge.
Come on,
But
we need to get you outside,
Oh,
touch
you need to
grass
go
and all
touch.
that.
You need to go touch
You need to
grass.
touch
I
You-
do. I do touch
You
grass when I
fucking
go get
shut in.
materials.
Yeah, you need to touch
You
grass
need
for
to
a
go
longer
outside
period than 5
once a week.
seconds.
Been in the house for way too long. Come on.
No.
Yes, you've been in your
Come on, we're
fucking-
going.
You've been in your fucking goblin cave for way too long. Get out of there.
No. Nobody can get my color kid but me, thank you.
Maglubian out in the distance. I'm insulted.
Hey, we both are.
Fight me, bitch.
Let's go.
We will lose. We will lose so hard.
Wait, Josh,
Anyways.
do we all have like just mass communication with each other since we're like gods? Or, like, do we just have a group chat where it's like, hey, how's it going, Assyrian?
The guys invented
kinda
Discord.
fucked up. Yeah.
The gods have not invented Discord. That was more hyperbole.
Yeah.
A lot of technology is not there. A lot of magic is not there. A
I'll
lot
invent
of
sending stones.
yeah, like simple magic items have not been invented yet. A lot of things like the cloak of Elvenkind, the boots of Elvenkind have not been made yet.
Shit.
So if
I'll
anyone
patent
wants
it.
to if anyone wants to make a custom magic item, I have a PDF for that.
Ooh.
It's a
Okay.
pretty
Oh,
decent PDF. It can get really crazy strong, but we'll see.
Yeah, because I have elf.
yeah, I have boots
Yeah.
of Elvenkind
I have
as well.
both of those.
I mean, you
Okay,
can
me
have
too.
you can have those things,
On us.
but they are going to be unique to you.
Fair.
Not
Okay.
not unique in that there is no other, but like those were made for you
I
by
probably made
someone
them.
else or by yourself.
I would like to think. Well, let's see. Elves are magic enhancement, right? Or magic enchantment.
Elves are more focused on magic. Yes.
Okay. I'll say thematically, Obion made his with the help of others.
Your sister.
Your innovation, not enchantment.
I made some for
There's
myself
gonna-
too.
There's gonna be a lot of arguing.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
I
no.
will say to both players and if there's ever viewers, let it be known I'm gonna have to yell at these guys a lot to shut up at certain times. It's out of kindness. Because we will need at some point y'all will just be arguing all day.
Yeah.
And as funny as it is, I'll have to shut you up so we get somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, I
I
feel
mean,
like
we have two sets of chaotic siblings in this group. It's just it's gonna spiral.
here's the thing, I feel like Varric and Karis are just gonna be more looking at each other, just like, no.
We argue solely through glares.
The siblings who scream and yell at each other, and then there's the sibling who's like came into your room and didn't close your door when they left.
No, they
It's
they're
as
fucking-
close as if I
they
throwing
fucking-
a dagger at it.
It's the one where they walk in, stare at you as you're laying in your bed, look around, knock one thing over off of your desk, and then walk out.
The cat
Oh, we
sibling.
can't-
No, Ethan. Then they turn on the lights and then walk out.
Yeah, turn on and off the lights, and then they walk out.
Which chaotic
we
sibling
find
has more
ourselves
audacity is up to
In the
interpretation.
hunting grounds, the section of the forest within the Elsir Vale that Sylvanas has allowed you guys to kill the animals on. Or rather, because Sylvanas also plays favorites, that he allows every race but the humans to kill things in.
Hmm.
Granted, he made that decision because the humans are a much more vulnerable people at the moment. He plays favorites at the time, and through certain context, it'll look like playing favorites, but he's more just like trying
Well,
to guarantee that,
balance out.
certain people survive.
Yeah.
The elves had this way at their beginning, the dwarves never needed it. and the halflings still have it because Lord helps them that nobody can motivate them to do anything.
I could change that real fast. I cast Firestorm.
Oh,
Jeez,
Christ.
dude.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
you want,
just
you
How's
want
that
that?
about the
is
war
killing you right
crimes?
now.
So what kind of
Orbeez gonna
animals
kill
do you
you.
guys want to hunt? This is very similar in in its temperate climate to the Americas, to be honest. With
Probably.
I will admit
Obi
also
has
there
no
are
idea.
lions.
I think deer would be a good option.
A bear if I
Probably
can
an
get
elk.
it.
Obi's sitting there just. I don't know.
An elk or deer? Hands Obi a spear. Do not use this.
I.
Obi, sweetie.
What's an
When
animal?
was the last
Who
time
did
you-
this? I didn't type that.
How about this? As he pulls out of his bow that he uses as a last resort.
I
How about this? Do you know how to use this?
I pull out my forging hammer. I know how to use this.
Perfect, you can bash their skulls in.
How fast are you?
Normal, but I could burrow.
How quiet are you?
Very. I am actually very quiet.
Yeah, oh my
Okay.
God, what the fuck?
This might work.
Are you
This
a
might-
sneaky forge cleric?
Yeah, I have advantage on stealth and a +12.
Nice.
Fuck.
But do you have disadvantage from heavy armor?
No, because boots
No.
is elfin kind.
I also don't have
But
disadvantage.
but
on
if
my
you're
just makes
wearing
it
heavy
normal.
armor, you're at normal.
Yeah.
Just like I
And I
am.
have advantage because I took the 3
you can
skills
only get advantage
from
from
the
one
legacy.
source.
You can only get advantage from one source. You can't like double advantage.
No, oh really?
You're just gonna be
Yeah,
normal
no.
like me.
You're just gonna be the normal. Am I the only one that took fucking medium armor master? And so it's like I'm silent. Even the
Well,
one.
This group,
I have
nobody
normal
wears medium armor in this group. We
Except
don't
I
do
am.
that here.
Yeah,
It's
except to
always
me,
you,
because
Rachel.
I'm wearing
You're
medium
either
armor.
un-
unarmored shenanigans, or you're heavy
Hey.
armor.
yeah.
That's
so I'm not
objectively
going
false because I am wearing
according to
medium
Rob
armor.
rules.
All right,
Big Angela.
can I hear a final? What are we hunting?
Let's go elk.
Elk.
Apparently elk, but that seems a bit unfair.
Yeah, I think probably deer would be better.
Why?
Deer.
Is that not the same thing?
Why?
Oh.
Ducks are
No, fair.
very-
Deer are smaller.
Yeah, deers are smaller.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
easier to track.
Or
Deers.
maybe just kind of holds his hand in his head. His head in his hands like.
Hey, if you give me mithril, I can make armor for myself, and then I can be stealthy. Right now, I just have plate.
Yeah, let's find a moose. Let's find a moose.
Ooh, yeah, let's. I don't think moose live here.
Do
Oh,
moose
there,
live
there,
here?
there.
Alright,
Moose
do
are-
moose live here?
Hey, let's hunt down the goats.
Mo-
The screaming
moose do
goats.
live- No, moose do live here.
Let's hunt the moose.
I need a final answer.
Moose.
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 What happened to deer?
We
not
discovered
asking this
the
to
existence
embarrass-
of moose.
Because moose is just moose.
dick.
If we fight those, that's just fun. You know, it's gonna be a nice challenge. Where deer is, don't run away. A moose will be like, "Fuck you." No,
That's the goal.
exactly.
Alright. So I need one person to make me a survival check to track one down.
Who has
No.
the best survival?
I have a 14,
I have a 1, not me, please.
0.
and I
I
think I have
have
advantage
I
on it.
can,
have
I can give you advantage.
I have 10.
So
I
the best
can, like,
option sounds like me at a
yeah.
14 with advantage,
Yeah.
With guidance.
with guidance.
We are still using the reaction,
Bop.
Yes.
with the reaction guidance, resilience.
I think resilience.
Reaction guidance, Kalea. Roll an extra d4.
Bop.
And is it
28.
resistance? It might be resistance.
Resi-
Regardless.
Yeah.
There's those 3. It's to skill checks, saving throws, and attack roll. No. Just those 2. Anyways,
Yeah, that girl's way busted.
Oh, these poor.
this world is not safe, except for around the coasts. There are dangers hiding around every corner. The Elsier Vale was chosen especially because Sylvanas knew that you could handle it. This is one of the most dangerous places to exist in the world. That is a really good check, but I want everyone to roll me a d8.
All right.
Intense Shadowlands flashbacks.
All right, let's go.
God damn
Let's
it,
go.
Obian.
First one!
First 8-2.
The fucking basin.
Oh,
bowl.
wait.
Twins! It's
That's
the
the
fucking
one.
twins!
Obi-Wan's just.
God damn it.
I don't want to be out here.
Shut up.
So,
No.
are you guys, as you are hunting through the shaded forest that goes on for miles, bigger than almost any forest that you could expect to see in the modern world, our world, you are not the only hunters here. As you are hunting this set of moose tracks, finding your way through, finding leftovers, droppings, puffs of fur caught on branches as the moose made an escape at some point, even a small trail of blood that does not last for very long. It was not mortally wounded. You come across an area that is infested with snakes.
Ooh.
Huge snakes as big as a man's arm that slither and roil in huge piles. Eventually, you see small gaps in those masses of snakes. A maw as big as the creature itself, nearly 10 feet in diameter, and filled with rows upon rows of teeth. A monstrosity from a lost time. Not evil in its own existence, but in its creation, certainly. Are you going to try and sneak around them, or are you going to just fight them?
I think this will be fun to
I
fight.
mean, I'm down to fight them.
I'm down
Let's
for
fight
fighting.
him.
Me and Claire or Karis just look at each other.
We like already have swords drawn.
Do you guys want to be sneaky about the attack?
Sure.
You are right, Kalea. That is not a moose.
Cast pass out trace. Let's do it.
I will summon up
Oh,
my
wait.
cannons and put one cannon on Obian's shoulder. Just, that is for you. You are to take care of him. His name is Jeffrey.
I'm the one who wades into combat, right?
Yeah, he shoots fire. Don't worry.
Okay.
And this is
Okay.
also where I say, if anyone's watching this, this is barely 5e anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have changed a lot about everything.
This is if you modded Skyrim to the point where it's not even Skyrim anymore.
This is D&D homebrew
Although
edition.
a lot of the changes that we made were more for even footing. When it comes to changes to classes, the things I am giving them are cheaty buffs because I like seeing creative play, and when you've got more to be creative with, creative happens. I have dialed it back a little bit and dialed it up in other areas. So, as you guys are approaching these huge masses of snakes and mouths, there are 4 of them. I want each of you to make me a stealth check. You have a +10. I cannot wait until someone surpasses 45.
Unfortunately, I can't.
31.
Hey, on your first check of the campaign, that's pretty darn good.
28.
I have a feeling with your guys' pluses.
4.
That is a
Four.
Survival. Well, that stealth is not gonna. I clicked both of them wrong. Wow.
Can you
31.
please get it together, Danielle?
No.
Yo, hey, the twins are the same. We both got 31.
Or Meg, who
I
is just like,
misclicked. I'm just bad at aiming. Apparently.
Karis is
No, no, no.
officially blind in one eye.
Let's see. Are you guys so
Yes, actually, she is.
these creatures have prepared an ambush at the site of a game trail. There are 2 on each side of the game trail, which is in between a small clearing of the forest. Are all of you going to be approaching from the same side of the forest, or are you splitting up?
Same side.
Let's
I
go
get-
with the
actually,
same
I can
side.
Nope. You wanted
That's
to move it.
cool.
I can show you.
God.
Ew.
Holy shit.
What
guys,
the fuck is
Typhons? You're
that?
having Typhons fight us? Oh boy!
You are level 15! This is a medium encounter, boy!
Wait, whoa. Wait, if I hover my mouse over people's character tokens, I can, like, it shows their
Yeah.
health. When did that happen?
Yeah, so that's the new default in the audio. No, in the video display, I think.
Ooh.
hmm Yeah, you go to settings, graphics. Yeah, hover to show token name plan bar above.
So everything should be visible to everybody just at the start.
Okay.
You can click that to just always show you the health
Yeah,
bars.
I
if you
like
want.
that, but seeing as I'm probably gonna be the person doing the most healing, I need to see people's health.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but I don't like having it up.
Yeah.
Shit, I have an AC of 29.
Good
Nice.
lord.
You can get it.
Alright,
plus
so
a 5 if I need
I'm
to.
gonna move the Typhons in a little bit so you guys can have some space at the start of the combat. This is probably gonna be a mistake, but go ahead and array yourself where you want to be.
Next to the paladins.
Oh shoot! Does
no.
anybody have an aura yet?
Aura.
I do. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
technically have an aura, and so does Obian.
Not
right
until I
now.
cast Spirit Guardians, Josh.
The paladins, go ahead and put up your aura. I think I made it visible, but not like automatically having the aura.
Oh, I
in.
can see Clay's. And then, I have an aura
Sweet.
because I have Clay's cannon on me.
Alright, I think it's
That's
only 10 feet.
10 feet, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna make the aura gray.
I'm gonna make
Hey,
this
Ryder-
one yellow.
Oh, we are gonna have way too many auras.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we
my
are.
god.
This is
Oh,
gonna
square.
take a long time to get used to.
Is the cannon aura square?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Okay,
there's so many
just-
auras. What the fuck?
Just
is
wait.
four?
That
Just
is-
wait, I have
gray
2
one is I
auras.
cannot see that like almost at all.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. You're gonna have to
Um,
pick a more high vis color.
fine. I will pick.
I
Or-
went purple instead of my gray.
I'll pick blue.
Oh goodness.
Oh, that's a big purple. Oh
That's
god.
a really
Um,
nice purple.
Honestly, I don't like that gray.
Well, you see the dark purple, so that way you know if the auras overlap.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's a better color.
There you go. I got.
I
two.
think that one's a little better.
That
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
It's weird that it makes just like a normal blue though.
Yeah, it neutralizes
Yeah.
very strangely, but okay.
It doesn't make sense to me. Well, whatever. What freaking ever.
I mean, I might do this one. Let's see what happens. Oh no, that does not work at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Obian. We're making yours.
I was gonna put mine as orange.
Go ahead. Try. Let's try it. We need to figure this out at the start of the campaign.
You really did.
So so here's the thing, right? So I'm assuming Kalea's gonna put the cannon on me.
Yeah,
Right.
you've got a cannon on you.
So I have that aura. Then I also have Spirit Guardians. Or Holy Aura.
Everybody doesn't need to see Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Holy Aura is just so big that we barely ever have to care.
Yeah.
Orange. Is orange good? Or
We'll stick
Good.
with it.
Just
Everyone,
something-
just be aware if you're within 10 feet
there we go.
of one of the paladins, you got the bonus. If you're within 10 feet of a gunny boy, what is it? You get a.
Plus
You get half
2
cover-
AC.
half cover?
Half
Yep.
cover.
Why did I look over as if you were like at my closet or
I'm in
something?
your walls. I'm not in your
Oh,
walls.
man.
That would be horribly uncomfortable.
How did I last 2 years of quarantined isolation
I don't
when
know.
3 days is enough to make me crack like an egg? Okay. Now we've got our colors, we've got our things. Where do you guys want to be at the start of the surprise?
Give my sister right in the front
You
line.
guys,
In range.
I'm gonna say you have to be 30 feet away at least.
Okay.
Oh,
Do I-
so it's,
Oop.
you can move up here if you want.
The
Yeah.
front line.
Anything
The
that
front
is
line advances.
anything that is not the game trail, if you can see it at this point,
I mean, no. But,
is
It's right
difficult
here.
terrain.
Gotcha.
Or
Okay,
he's
I
I can blur off mine.
So
Oh,
like
I
If
can
you
anyone
said
who's
to
not this
fly, it
path.
really doesn't matter.
How many
Yeah.
of us
I
can
can
fly?
fly
I-
too.
Like, I just need to say it.
Oh yeah, I understand. I'm just
Well,
mentioning.
well, Josh, if I don't fly, it's not a problem for me. I'll just be like, oh,
Sure.
cool.
I don't think
Everybody roll for initiative as I realize I don't have all of my fun APIs.
Oh,
Aw.
Oh,
I will do
no.
that at the end of a break that we'll have at the end of this combat. I
God
hope not.
damn it, Orome.
they're all at the bottom though. That's the other
Ah,
thing, though.
shoot.
Get to
Nothing
test
is
if I made my
whispered.
macros
Oopsies.
correctly. This should be fun.
Yeah, I don't know
Uh,
if I don't even have macros. I'm gonna be going.
I've got Hexblade's Curse and I've got Elven Accuracy, which Roll20 does just not want to let you do.
oh.
Oh my god.
So I had to build. I have like 4 macros for one sword.
Alright, so. Do I have freaking music? Oh my gosh, I am so. I did not think I was actually going to be DMing this so soon. It's not a
No,
problem.
no,
It's
you're
just
fine.
what I thrive on this suddenness. Oh, I do have music.
Hey.
It's not any new music, but whatever.
Highest.
Oh, and I
there's
don't
so
get
many-
token markers either. Ugh.
We're just making a rainbow at this point. That's all we have.
It's
Yeah.
a very cold color rainbow. Karis. Karis?
Karis.
Karis.
Yes.
Gary.
You will be the first person to do combat.
Are they surprised?
Cool.
They are surprised.
Dude.
We'll see if you
Yes!
guys.
Does that mean
We'll see.
advantage?
It doesn't give advantage. You're not hidden because
Okay.
it is open by the time you like.
We just get a
Who
free
in?
turn.
But we'll see if any of them live. I'm gonna be curious just to see what is your guys' limit or baseline.
A lot.
Is
Is this the baseline test?
For what?
Either way, let's
Combat.
we'll just fly over to this nerd over here and assuming I've done this correctly, we'll reaction advantage from pack tactics. And
Oh.
hopefully this button works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be sad. It worked.
Mm.
That will
Oh.
hit.
What's the 14 to hit? I would
That
have
will hit.
Cool. I only get 2 of those, so I'm done. But
Oh boy, that hits hard.
oh, wait till I crit.
Oh no.
I thought I dialed it back, but apparently I was wrong.
To be fair, a lot of this is other bullshit, but yeah.
Fair.
Obian.
Obian will also fly over. Go right here. And I'll cast Spirit Guardians at 4th level.
Nice.
Wow, that's 2 wisdom.
Let's see here.
Cannot pass. And there are gonna be situations where some of y'all can't pass. There's gonna be more situations where I can't pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
That'll get that guy for 19.
Let me put up my aura. Ooh. The 30 feet?
I thought it was like 15. Yeah, it's 15.
15-foot radius? Okay.
Kalea.
Alright, let's just start with torching number 1.
This poor thing.
Can't pass.
Gun also on number 1. That.
Oh gosh,
holy
man, that
shit.
hits hard.
I.
That's nearly maximum though.
That's
to be
nearly
fair.
max.
You rolled a
it's
7! You rolled a
36
7!
rounds.
Yeah, I have a plus 17 to hit. And
What's this plus 15?
I am now well, yeah, plus 15, but I have plus 2 just right
Oh,
there.
plus 2, then my bad.
I'm now going to Eldritch Blast it. So, eh.
Jesus.
There's gonna be a lot of
Christ.
moments where I'm gonna say, "Do your math."
Yeah.
Not quite yet.
I'll go get my
but-
calculator.
Yeah, have a calculator ready for this campaign.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
These creatures screech. One of them in extreme pain, but also in surprise.
My basic attack did 68 damage.
Osferoth.
Okay. You will run up.
Do you have
Oh,
enough
last-
movement?
Yep, I got 50.
That is difficult terrain.
Speedy.
Free action. I don't know.
You are 10 feet beyond where your distance, your range can get you.
So right here.
You could also
Yeah.
run on the trail, and that's not difficult.
Do that. I'm assuming that was back right here.
Yep.
Do, 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 boop.
Alstroth over here, the only guy that doesn't fly.
Oh, by the way, you also get a +1 from me too, because I have Warcaster.
Oh,
Sweet.
Nice.
I did not bother to put the damn party friends attack thing. Let's go right
neither did I.
here.
Fuck, that's what-
Honestly, in a majority of situations, it's not gonna matter. Like y'all, this is going to be, for the most part, it is going to be. Did I roll a 1? No, I hit.
Or do they make the save?
Oh yeah, that'll
Whoa.
hit.
Oh.
However, do you remember what your weapon does?
Oh yeah.
Are you
So-
you're using a normal rapier speed then, not your legendary item?
Yeah, not the legend. Especially
Okay.
if I'm surrounded by them.
All right, that is 40 damage. No biggie. 1 hit.
And then
Wow.
Oh,
Still
you took
20.
brute. That doesn't hit.
Plus
It's
2?
good.
17?
Yeah.
oh, plus 2, 17.
No.
Aw,
AC.
Oh.
That's what-
damn
I
it.
can't miss unless I roll a 1.
You're using a rapier of speed. What does
Mhm.
that let you do, Evan?
Yeah.
What's your bonus
I get
action,
attack
Evan?
again.
Oh,
There you go.
Would you look at that? He is now critically wounded.
Wonderful.
There's going to be a lot of that throughout this campaign. We're all,
New
15
characters
level
who
characters,
dis.
brand new.
oh, I could take care of them, guys, with my my spirit guard. Oh,
You know,
no.
I really think you can. Varric, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna fly over 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I'm gonna hit him.
Oh, are you a
got
full arm
reach.
boy?
Nope, I have reach.
Take the reach attack racial thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Polar Master?
Nope.
Just
Aw.
reach.
Same tongue.
Wouldn't work if you didn't have a polearm, I don't think.
Alright, so 3
I know you're
friends.
shield master, so.
Yeah, so we got 3 friends. And now I'm also emanating an aura of fear, so we got that going. And let's just do 1 attack.
That will hit, killing it.
And then we'll just move over. How far was that? So great. 80 feet away. So yeah, I was like right here. Is that far? Oh, I still have so much speed. I have 50 feet. Alright, let's just. Whoop. And we'll go attack again, this time with a bonus action Spirit Shroud. That's an extra.
That will hit.
Oh, I didn't even roll. Yeah. Does anyone have range?
Yeah.
No.
I meant like right next to me.
Range
but-
Oh.
or reach?
Reach.
No.
Nobody's got 15 feet. I can tell you that.
Okay. Well, then that's an extra D8. I forgot to add that, so let's just hear it. 28. 28. That. And B go swap.
You just needed to roll an extra d8.
Oh.
I'll take that 6, I suppose.
That did not work out at
29
all.
damage. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
He don't get a turn. Orome.
All right,
I think
because
they might get a turn.
Or they might.
they
We'll
might.
see.
Let's see. As I run over here, Josh, nothing. I do not get basically no difficult terrain for me. because high level ranger and also movement.
Cool.
So I get right there. I get Zephyr Strike to my sub advantage, and which is yep.
I know we
Does that
all
hit?
have our... that does hit.
Also,
23.
was Varric. If you want attack,
Oh, I would love to. All right. Let me just.
it will use your reaction though.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's just save it. You can have someone else attack if you want.
Nobody else is in range.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, we'll just do it then. Let's see what happens.
And that will hit.
Okay,
And then
then
let's just do a smite on that.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, why not? And since that hit, it can't regain health, by the way, because of the Spirit Shroud.
Cool.
And let's just do a level 2 smite.
Oh,
Rip.
that's garbage.
Oh,
That
that's
is just garbage.
oh god. Alright. Now then second attack. Does that hit Josh? Actually it's supposed to be 18 because
That will hit.
yeah. Alright, then I'm just gonna because I'm mobile, I'm just gonna move back a little bit. Just a little bit. And
Alright.
that's my turn.
Surprised. Very hurt.
Is he in enough of my aura for
No,
your
he's not.
guardian?
Only
Okay.
1/3 of him is.
Oh wait,
Got it.
Josh. There's also this.
That doesn't matter because you
Oh.
haven't done any frightening to him.
Okay, I need you in my conquering presence.
Well, or Wrathful Smite or anything
Just
else.
get
to
him
frighten.
afraid of you.
But it needs to be frightened.
All right. I can just cast fear on him.
Not sure that's worth it, but okay. Karis.
No, probably not.
Seems like a bit of an escalation, but okay. We'll just we'll fly over here.
Fear
and
the
bully
holy
this
thing
dude.
of honor.
I'll learn him within 5 feet. You suck.
I know I have read, so it's still apply.
No, for pack tactics.
Oh. You want me to get closer? I can get closer.
It's fine either way. Let's just spirit shroud this nerd too, and then
How many
maybe that
spirit
works.
shrouds does it
We're
take to
gonna find
bully
out.
this guy?
It does
That-
not work. We'll fix that later, but that's okay.
That will hit. Oh.
What's
That
two
will
of
not hit.
those?
Oof.
It's an 18 hit.
An 18? Oh, an 18 hits.
Yeah. Cool. We'll hit it again. I'll have to figure out how to get these things to talk to each other. I'll do that later. We're
Do
good
your
for
math.
now. Okay. I can't read this.
I just like this setting where it's just 5 of us up here, and then there's
50.
him.
Just like
What was that?
I'm
50.
50.
Ow.
Wow. I'm good back here. Don't worry about me. I'll
Obian.
just shoot him.
I fly right here.
Clearly know who is the dangerous sibling and who's just there.
Excuse you. I'm the dangerous sibling.
Since he
I'm
entered,
talking about my sibling.
oh,
Oh.
we didn't start us. I will cast Sacred Flame on
How much damage does it do?
my Sacred Flame. Only does 4d8 right now.
When's cantrip percussion?
I don't know.
17th is my last one for it.
Ah,
The 48 is also including the Blessed Strike.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it at number 4.
Well, roll.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm
Hurry
trying to
up.
find it. Why is it at the bottom?
Because
Oh,
it
wait,
wants
Because
to
you're
sass you.
Dupe.
13.
Well done.
Wow, that's not the best.
No.
It'll die with Spirit Guardians. It'll be fine.
Yeah, sure, bud. Kalia.
Blowtorch. On number 4.
Can't pass.
What?
Can't pass.
Oof. Is it dead yet?
It has 100 health.
Oh. Okay. Let's shoot it with a gun
That hits.
and shoot it with the blasts.
All of those hit. Do your math.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Did that
So
be a plus
much.
3 or is that only a
57.
Fucking damage.
Like, that's really good. I think we're in a healthy spot here. I think Julius and Ilda are a little unhealthy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly out
I
here.
take responsibility for that.
Well,
I'm just-
Ignatius to
I'm
begin
not-
with only had 486.
Yeah, I'm kind of below right now.
That is my turn.
I think this is all relatively healthy for 15th level characters.
Yes.
So far, at
Um,
least.
Oh, he got a turn.
Oh my god.
Spirit Guardians.
Let's see, which square is that? He did fully
It-
enter into
it's
it.
the bigger one, minus the blessed strikes.
All right, 22 damage because he can't pass. Can he hit though?
I have an AC of 29 right now.
He can hit.
I also have shield to make it 34.
Crits exist. However, does a 31 hit?
Shield, no.
No. All right, Otto or Ostrov.
Okay. I will go attack number 3. I'm assuming a +1.
No, because
No.
he's
Alright,
for me.
melee.
If you're going against number 4, yes, there's a +2.
Also,
Alright.
if you don't mind me asking, why not move here so you can use your art?
Hold on. Oops. Okay. So right here.
Yeah. Why not move there?
Josh is being passive aggressive. I made your goddamn artifact, so you better fucking use it.
Well,
Actually, just in case.
to be honest, I want. No, you don't need to. You can just be there.
It's 10 feet.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Oh, it is. Huh?
Well,
You thought about changing it only to 5, but it's 10
Yeah, I
feet.
did, didn't I? It's just I want you guys to think more than just go up to it and hit it with these kinds of characters.
I'm out of range, so you're fine. Oh,
Okay.
that's right. This is right there.
Two-handed. How many friends on this one? I'm changing it to this one.
4.
3. Okay.
4.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Two-handed.
All right.
Also sneak.
Where's the clicking?
Get the calculator.
All right. Just do the calculations for the primary target, and he does still take the psychic too.
All right. Psychic. I need to make macros for that. 1d10.
Slowly filling the entire bottom of my screen with macros. Are you proud of me?
6. And this one will take 3 psychic.
They both take 3 psychic in addition to the normal attack.
Oh, okay. Well then, the total that's 46. We're on number 4 for the first attack,
All right.
and then two-handed again.
Hold up.
Sorry.
It's dead.
Oh, it's dead. Okay.
Did you want to move and get this guy? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There,
All
Actually,
right.
right
That
there. So-
sadly that doesn't hit.
And then again. Terrible. 14.
My gosh, your rolls are pretty bad.
Oh no.
I'm the one with the lowest rate to hit, so I wouldn't be saying that, Josh.
Well, he's the second one.
Why are you using strength?
Is that's all?
It's longsword.
It has the light property.
Oh shit. Oh.
Oh, it's a long sword
Alright.
with a light property. Fun.
Oh, cool. All right. That's my turn.
All right. gonna say the same thing I say to Zane. Read.
Wait, light or finesse?
To be fair, there was a lot of stuff to read with this.
Like,
Yeah,
does his
it's
thing
light-
have light
it-
or finesse?
It has light and finesse.
Okay.
I think that's in there. I might be hypocritical here.
No, it's not. But it's okay. No.
Oh, well, it was in one iteration. My bad. Eric, your turn.
I need, and alright, so let's go flying 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, there we go. And now we're just gonna do my Master of Distraction. Have fun! And then I already have my bonus action Spirit Shroud going. Trying to think what else I can do. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that is my turn.
Wait, what?
What?
So you use your action. Okay. Interesting.
I'm just gonna be on. Have honor, my friends, and kill these beasts quickly.
I'm down for at least
Well-
half of that statement.
This one's gonna get you.
Alright.
Doesn't even need to move. It's gonna do a couple of things against you.
You moved out of the armor aura.
Does a 15, 22, or 29 hit?
I'm gonna use my reaction to use my metallic wings to give me an AC of 29. So no. As the metallic wings just kind
You've
of
got
spread out my
that.
back.
Can you use that
Yeah.
on yourself?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can.
I'll post it just in case.
Orme, it's your turn.
Okay. Whoops.
Yep, you
Or
or another
you
creature.
can see within 5 feet has hit my attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the iterations of that, I think it was in the Unearthed Arcana, was like, oh, you can't use it on yourself, by the way. And it was really weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
that's
go right
garbage.
there. I'm gonna go right there. Then, okay. First, let's mark this slide. Let's see.
The auras are so slowly moving.
Yeah.
And then there's just,
Uh,
you know,
I'm fine over here.
gonna sit there for the whole combat.
The rest of
Alright,
us are just like
um,
taste the rainbow, motherfucker.
all right. I'm attacking number 3.
Alright.
Was that
That'll hit.
All right. Varys. Attack.
Oh.
Varys, not Varric. Evan, attack.
Alrighty.
Venus! Yeah,
Like,
one,
all I can hear is
Yeah, but at
Varys
least
from
one
Game of
friend.
Thrones.
yeah.
That's why I've been referring to Varys as Osteroth. Still
Do
waiting
it.
on you. Yep, there we are.
All right.
Oh goodness.
46.
All right. Then.
Just a
then,
recommendation
Roll.
because your weapon is a little weird. Can you make your 1d10 psychic damage like an add-on and have the area psychic damage as the secondary damage so it's easier for me to see what that is?
Alright.
Alright. That's still a crap ton of
Okay.
damage. What is that?
No,
no, here's the thing, guys,
46
it's at-
damage?
Yep,
It's at
46.
advantage. You guys are forgetting. It's at advantage until my next turn.
Oh yeah.
It'll
Well,
take a while.
it'll take a while. And also is that all right? Because that was Varys. I will use the Horde Breaker part of I'll use the actually no, I'm gonna attack him one more time. Then I'm gonna use Horde Breaker. Attack number 3 one more time. Was that hit?
Yeah.
Alright. And then I'm using the
Hey,
Horde
your
Breaker. I barely made it. I'm barely making friends, but you know, it's still fucking 35 will fucking hit no matter what. And then afterwards, I'm making the Horde Breaker. I'm using the Horde Breaker, which means the enemy that's within 5 feet of each other, I get to attack the other. I get to attack the other one if it's in range of me, which it is.
Sure. So I mean, y'all don't have to explain all of your abilities.
Yeah.
All you gotta say is, "I'm trusting you on everything here." Just say,
Yeah.
"And I get to hit that guy."
Bam, bam.
If anyone discovers you cheating, shame on you. We will treat you like the last cheater we had.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, you know what? I'm just a little bit below Action Search.
Oh,
So,
Go.
let's see. These two, first two, number 3, last one, number 2. Was I hit him?
yeah, yeah,
Jeez.
Wow.
yeah.
No.
Do your math for 3 and then 2.
All right.
Poor
The
thing still
one.
does stand a chance.
Let's see.
That I think this is why I like how high level this is. Y'all are still doing some crazy things,
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
but I think we still get a third round.
Yeah, but they are looking pretty hurt, probably.
Okay, for the total for number 2 was 49.
Whoa.
All right.
Number 3.
Give me a second.
For the action surge, just the action surge.
Oh, Action Search. Oh, well, in Action Search, it was for number 2, it was 21, and then for number 3, it was that is 53.
Whoa.
Oh, man, that is crazy.
Yeah, and you
It
know,
do
what,
be looking, though.
I'm just gonna back up a little. I'm just gonna back up a little bit right here. Actually, not right here. And that's my turn.
Harris,
Oh, they're both still alive.
Yeah.
barely.
By some
And-
miracle.
With Arbe, I was not expecting that, I'll be
Yeah.
honest. Let's comply
I
and
can take
continue
care
our
of
frontlining vibing.
I do. I might tweak your design a little, Evan, because I realize everyone is like intentionally staying away from you, so you can use your weapon.
It's
What's it do?
Area of effect. Anytime he hits, psychic damage.
No.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
Huh.
that's slightly problematic. I knew it was something, but okay.
It's
well,
such a fun concept, though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Beyblade.
apparently, flamethrower carrier wants number 3, so we'll attack number 2 with advantage. I heard.
Yep. Until my round. Until.
That will hit.
Can't make a button for that, so.
Oh, one.
And that will hit.
And we'll normal smite just for fun.
When you say
Uh,
normal smite, just for fun.
Bunkers.
I mean,
Well done.
I have normal smites and then I have elder smites.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Holy smite versus spooky
Spicy
smite.
wall.
Spicy ball flies over here.
It's-
I'm a sticker frame number 3.
Go for it.
Plus an extra 1d4, my bad. Or 1d8. Oh, 8 damage.
oh.
Golly.
Oh.
23 DC. God damn.
Are you sure you don't? Are you sure you don't want the potent spellcasting version instead?
What's the potent spell?
It's rather than adding a D8, you add your wisdom.
Mm.
Oh.
On average,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll take the potent spell casting then. So I make that 12.
Okay.
This is also just a test run to see if what we need to change about our characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow changes as long as we discuss it. Is that your
Yeah.
turn, buddy boy?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for their turn.
Alea.
Alrighty. I think I can get number 2 with a blowtorch.
Oh yeah.
Let's actually fly in a bit closer.
What? Heresy.
They're in my aura.
We will gun number 3.
Advantage.
It is dead.
Both have advantage.
Both have advantage. Okay.
Yes. Anything within 10 feet of me when I cast that.
And we go pew pew against number 2.
Oh, you almost missed.
I almost missed, but I physically cannot unless I roll a 1.
Those will all hit.
The
For
3
30.
Eldritch Blasts do 30.
All right, Osteroth.
Okay. Just letting you know, character sheet did the whole Constitution weird
Oh,
bug
no.
thing again.
Oh.
I fixed it.
What's happening?
I fixed it. I fixed it. Luckily.
What do you push to do that? I'm
He's
serious.
like,
It only has to
Literally.
he just
do.
shouted. He just shouted, "I fix it, Josh. I fix it, please."
So if I have to add in, I guess it happens when I add in like a new button or something, then it starts to.
Huh.
You
Mess around with
have
the Constitution?
severely messed with the like core coding of your character sheet, and I have no idea how you did it or how to fix it.
Neither do I. If
This is what
Totally.
test character sheets are for.
Advantage.
oh advantage. Well, still same thing.
Ellie, dude, you hit like a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone hits like a truck.
No, he hits hard
Nice.
on his first attack, dude.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, he does. Jesus.
And then
45 damage in one attack, and in your second attack, how do you kill the
Jeez.
last one?
second
Nice.
attack. Definitely like spin around and go right through it like a missile, then come back out on the other side, and then have its soul in its hand, and then just put in the little lantern that acts as a crossguard for the sword.
That is really cool. But I will say, just for setting understanding, unless it has a concept of ego, it does not have a soul.
These things not
It
have
goes
ego.
away.
Okay.
It has essence that is tasty.
That is fair.
Well,
I need to throw more minions in there for Karis.
Yes. Feed my spell slot gremlin.
Oh,
also,
that too. I was thinking you're legendary.
Oh yeah, both of them.
Well,
Yes.
that
Josh,
was
tell me all the small minions.
fun. I
Three rounds.
enjoy these
That was
characters,
fun.
and I think this is a lot more healthy.
Yeah.
also, Michael, I think you might want to use the reaction on probably Evan. rather
Yeah.
than me.
No. Yeah, no. You were the closest one, so I said, "Fuck it. Do you want it?" And he said, "Sure."
Yeah.
So I gave it to you. Whereas Varys, it's if he's near someone, he's doing it. He's fucking doing it.
I think another thing to say is that it's not just attacks. If he dashes, someone else can dash as a reaction, and if he dodges, someone else can dodge as a reaction.
Yeah.
I need to
I
figure out how to
think
make.
It's not the
1, 2,
best for his class. I think this kind of weapon would
9.
be the very best on a monk, which
Oh.
is the first time I will ever say that ever, because they
also-
can bonus action dodge and attack,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
I think to be honest, the dodge one is the only one that really is like iffy. The dash, I can do bonus dashes.
Yeah,
I
well,
can do
and
bonus dashes.
a dodge, nobody dodges unless you
Yeah.
are literally a monk. Nobody
Yeah.
ever dodges,
Yeah.
No one ever dodges.
Now,
or
can I
you're
get-
being like useless, and you're like a paladin on the ground with no Eldritch Blast. It's like, I guess I dodged.
The enemies frightened of said paladin.
All right. Well, that was fun. We're gonna wrap up the combat real quick. That is it.
God, so
My voice
All
is
right.
deteriorating. I'm gonna take a quick, like, full 10-minute break.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'm back at 9 o'clock.
Alright.
Cool.
Danielle, I definitely.
Continuing on for another day. Make sure you keep track of your food. Ha!
Oh yeah.
And
Do we have to?
yes.
Oh,
We have clerics, who cares?
it's also true.
Do we have a cleric
Yes!
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whose pride would let him take that spell?
I don't know, Ethan.
are you talking about create food and water?
Yeah.
I'll take the first night to get food
Oh
and
my
water.
We're all down one ration because of you.
I don't even know
We've
what rations we're
used
supposed
one.
to
Give me a
have.
quick second.
More
here.
shot.
How many rations is in the pack? Is it 10? Yes, 10.
Yeah, it's 10. I know it's it's going to be a joke for this campaign, but there are going to be campaigns where it's going to matter.
Oh yeah.
Because this
We're
is a
very
big
bad
game.
at remembering about it.
And
What?
as
I'll
you're
be
going
honest.
to see, it's big. It's going
Oh,
to take
yeah.
you a full day once you find your moose just to get out of the forest.
Moose.
All right,
I
guys.
still don't know why you're going for a moose.
Because why
Why
the fuck
not?
not?
Because why not?
What else should we
Fair
go for?
enough. I want you guys to think more than why not.
Yeah.
I
So
want
is
you to
there-
think about what is the reason you
Are we
chose.
basically just
something.
hunting as a bonding activity?
Yeah, but
Why
I want
not?
you to think, why would you go for a moose if you were trying to make it for a bonding activity? I think it's still a good choice because it's a big creature that's gonna take teamwork to both kill and carry.
They can bully a car. I think we're reasonable in fighting them.
Hey, Josh,
Yeah.
I
I
want you
just
guys
want to be
to
here
make,
right now.
I know.
I just want
Yeah.
you guys to make your choices very intentionally,
Okay.
Very fair.
so
Josh,
that
has
I
there been
don't
a long
interpret
rest?
something you do as symbolic when it isn't.
Alright, Josh, has it been a long rest yet?
No.
Or we'll give you a warning if we just randomly decide to fuck around.
Yeah. It's
Why
like,
did you do this? I don't know. We were bored. Okay.
No, have we been a ration?
We woke up
yet,
this morning and
or-
we chose violence.
no, we have.
Yeah, we
Now
eaten a
you can
ration?
consume your ration.
Okay.
You get a long rest, and then going into the next day, for some
Yeah.
reason, I don't know why you're better at this. Kalea, make the survival check.
Touch grass.
I am touching grass.
No, I'm talking to you.
The grass tells me this way.
The grass tells me this way.
I don't know why, but I believe her utterly. Let's go.
That's too good.
You just a face appears in a nearby tree as you say that, and you see the face of Sylvanas that just says, "No, I didn't."
Oh hi.
I'll be honest, just.
And then it
Oh,
just
hey, boss.
disappears.
Did anyone else see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just checking in, I guess.
Armade this entire time is like, it's like just talking to the plants around him. It's like, how you guys been? And
I
he's
don't
just
think
like,
I've ever had the trees speak to me before. That was Sylvanas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
this is good old
Yeah.
boss.
This is why I forge. You don't have great gods coming out of trees telling us shit.
Well, technically, we are foraging right now.
I mean, it's kind of helpful, wouldn't you agree?
Forge.
Forge,
Like-
as in
like
the kind
F-O-R.
of thing that you bonk on metal with a hammer with.
I'm gonna look to what Varric and be like, "Are you dumb?"
I was making a joke.
I mean, I think so, but I might be biased.
Yeah. I mean, all you think about is hitting things.
All right.
No, no.
So do you.
No,
I
no,
point
You
the
think about
sword.
rules and codes and all sorts of things. I don't know what you're going on about. You make everything so complicated.
I make things worth it because I make sure we're not just doing needless violence.
Everybody roll me a
Needless
d8.
violence.
D8.
I'm not I don't do violence in the first place.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
That was our...
gosh.
I love the fact that you're the honorable one and you're the conquest paladin, and I'm the chaotic victory one and I'm the devotion paladin.
That's what I find funny. I was gonna tap it earlier. Conquest Paladin, honorable death.
That is
Okay,
that is why flavor is free.
that's why flavor is
so
indeed free.
funny though.
I don't
As
think
you
it's
guys
fucking
are
Because
walking
people fear honor.
through an area that has been obviously trailblazed by somebody at some point, you come across a group of very large trees. Those of you who are versed in nature or survival, therefore have proficiency in it, you recognize them as Ents.
Hmm.
shit, guys. Look, it's
Oh.
ants.
6
Trees.
of them,
Oh,
having a
people.
conversation.
Like,
2 of them
I-
begin pointing down at the trailblazed area, the trail, and you just hear him. It looks like a game trail, but why is it so straight? It's one of those new walking pink things, I think. Another ant responds.
Hmm.
Is that okay? And then
Hmm.
one of them turns around and spots your group.
Hi.
All right. Hey,
Oh, best not continue this conversation. The
hey,
pink
Josh.
things are here. What's up?
What language are they speaking?
They're speaking common.
Okay. I kind of salute them and say, "Hello there, friends."
I don't know you.
I am Orin, as I bow. I'm the human hunter, and these are my companions.
You hunt humans?
Well, no. I am
It did sound
the
like that.
hunter that is human. The hunter god. Okay, as I turn around, like just explain that.
I'll look over to Karis. I think he's dumb too.
You're all
I
idiotic in your own ways.
Forward races, look at them.
um I am. He kind of slowly turns to one of his fellows, and if you listen close enough, he kind of says, "What was that word he said? Orome? What does that mean?"
I I can't say that is my name. My name is Orime.
Name. What is that?
Name is what refers to you.
Is that not species?
No, it refers to you. What people call you, because people don't call me human man. They call me Orime
Why not?
because there's multiple human mans.
Could you not point? He says, holding out a finger.
That is fair sometimes, to be honest.
Sometimes the human you
But
want to point at isn't there.
Well, then, the human with the red hair. The
but there
elf
might
with the weird goggles.
that's fair.
You make a good point.
I'm
What was that?
I look over. Your goggles are a little bit weird.
Bitch!
Whore?
alright. Well,
They're stylish. They
I
fit my
kind of give a bow and say, say, well, dear Ents, we shall be going on our continue on our hunt. And good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Orome.
All right, let's go.
Alright, that is your second day without finding a moose to hunt.
I cast create food and water.
Alright,
Hmm.
another day of random encounter checks. Let's hope this doesn't take more than 14 days. Because I gave y'all 2 weeks. I thought it was going to be enough. There it is!
We've been hunting the fucking.
Alright, followed by the obligatory survival check.
Alrighty. Can I? I can. I can put a survival button on my thing.
You can do almost any kind of button that, like, is just anything.
Yeah.
You guys are able to find the tracks of a very large moose bull. And you begin to hunt it down. How exactly does this party hunt a moose?
From the sky.
I can go from the ground.
Moosey.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So how I imagine it is people that like start flying, and then there's Orme who just kind of like just tap his speed on the ground, activating the boots of speed, and says, and just kind of looks up at the group, gives a nod, and basically goes in for attack while they go in on top.
We like fly ahead of it and like drop down and drive it towards you.
Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
the fear thing. I can do the fear thing and make it afraid, so it goes toward you.
I can also be on the ground and burrow around and pop up in front of it.
That's terrifying.
Sorry,
Alright.
At this point, we'll just
Holy
scare it to death.
balls.
Orme, as it sounds like you would be the one to land the kill, I want you to roll me
Yeah.
a D100.
Oh, just for like how good of a kill we did.
Just to see if anything goes catastrophically wrong,
Ooh.
which
Ooh.
it doesn't.
Wonderful.
The teamwork for a group of people who hadn't interacted too much as a whole group for a long time is incredibly impressive. You guys do it as exactly as you described, corralling the moose in a way that Orme is able to run it down as best as possible. Though this tactic does take more time than you would probably expect it to, upwards of about an hour, as the moose can run incredibly fast.
How fast can it run, Josh?
Look, I don't know. Yeah,
'Cause
I never bothered to Google it.
Oh,
I have
but-
50 feet of movements.
Okay,
Well, no,
a
I'm
booze. I
thinking-
think a giant elk has 60.
Yeah, and
You know?
technically, Orme could travel at like, I think, maybe.
I know you said like 80 miles an hour. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, that's funny.
But that also assumes, like, it's not a mechanic that I can implement and be fair.
Yeah.
But no, you cannot do that in the forest.
No, you'll hit a tree.
Your reaction speeds are not that good. You cannot dodge and weave through an old growth forest, I might add.
Oh.
Yeah.
It takes you guys a while to kill a moose, but it is an incredibly clean kill. And the hulking beast, let's see, I wrote down how much it weighs. Weighing upwards of 1,800 pounds
Ooh.
is felled.
All right, Orme on killing it, takes out a bowl, goes up to the moose's his throat, slits it, gets the blood, and just kind of does like a little ritual where he offers it up to nature, and it just like spills it on the ground in front of like a mighty tree.
Very nice. How does everyone else react to completing a hunt of an incredibly huge creature? Which you would know. Your followers could never do such a thing, really at all.
Thank God I'm not the god of the hunt.
Are you really winded from that?
No.
Sure, bud.
If we want to get the meats then and
Yes.
later. I don't think we're gonna have any use for most of the innards.
Oh,
Wait, what? Orme just looks at him and says, "Do you know how much use I can make out of those?
Well,
Do you know how much sinew and shit I can do that?"
All right, you can take them then.
Yeah, I'll because also I take everything.
Can I
I'm
take
a
some
man
of the
of-
sinew? I could probably use that in something.
Yes, you can,
Hey,
as long as you use it wisely.
of course.
Hold on,
And no work.
did you say you want
I
to take
should have
everything?
glanced at Kalea
What?
wisely.
Travis, hey. Travis.
Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Alright, it takes you
God.
guys upwards of like 3 hours to properly dress this moose and take all of its bits and bobs. I have one issue though. Can you guys carry 1,600 pounds?
I can carry at least 75 on my own. That would be right through the.
I can't
limit.
carry much.
I was it 15 times strength mod, right?
Yeah.
Wait, 15 times
15
strength
times-
mod or?
No,
Strength
that's not
score.
strength mod.
Score.
Or,
Yeah, I can carry 285 pounds, and I don't think the
I can
only-
carry 38 pounds of it.
I can carry 40.
Did nobody take a bag of holding?
No, but I can make one later.
I can trade my
that-
elf boots for that.
I can carry
Not right now.
78 pounds
I
carry.
I know.
think
Oh.
magic items are set in stone right now.
Oh yeah.
So
Once we level up, I can switch out one
Could
of my
we build,
infusions I'm not
like-
using.
Not
Yeah.
exactly like
Wait,
a
hold on,
sledge,
hold on.
but something to drag it with.
Yeah, hold on. I kind of want to see what I get because I do have a bag of tricks. I want to see what animal I get. See,
Get a giant
see what I
elk.
get.
that would have been good to know ahead of time.
Well, no, Josh. I'm not gonna use them combat or anything. I'm just gonna use them for utility. Basically, just outside combat. Be like, oh, my friends, these things.
I promise this one won't steal pseudomithril armor.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
have my. Here's the thing, I can summon another person to help us. I have a.
Yeah, I can summon an Earth Mill to help us.
Only for an hour though.
I mean, mine can be here for 8 hours, and he can carry another 90 pounds.
Well, let's see what I got. Hold on.
And then I gotta. What is the limit for pushing?
Hang on. Here, everyone, just type how much you can carry in the chat. That way, I can.
Nah, I don't do that. Nah. I just pull up 3 things. I wasn't like that. Come on, please give me. It's like there's 2 rats and a badger pop up. It's like, hey, buds,
Mm.
do you want some meat? Okay.
So you have an incredibly large beast. You could drag it, but this would reduce your. This would reduce your travel speed.
To what and how long is it going to take us to get places?
It would probably reduce your travel speed by 1/2. And
Okay.
it's gonna take you. Let's see.
Evan, how much can you carry?
So my strength is a 14.
What?
A 14.
So 14 times 15.
210 pounds.
And then minus what you're currently carrying.
Minus.
It would take you guys dragging the moose 8 days to get to Sun's Rest, which is where you're supposed to meet.
I feel like
That's
the
a-
moose would start like running at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, we killed it.
Cleaned my keyboard and I put a couple of keys
So
in
with-
the wrong place.
with-
Oh, right.
Oh.
With not including Michael's summons or.
Yeah,
your
no,
summons.
no, don't.
Yeah, not including those, we can carry 607 pounds or 607.5 pounds of
Hmm.
the oak.
Okay. Seeing as there's this. Orome thinks we and Baby says we should carry as much as we can. So probably around 600, 300 pounds. And of whatever we need. Bones, meat, sinews, innards. And I got an idea.
Well, again, if you give me a day, if you give me just a way to take a long rest, I can prepare a spell that will let me carry another 500 pounds of this thing.
Well, yeah, yes, and well, that's. I don't mind doing that. It's just after that, we're still gonna have, a few hundred
Fair.
pounds left, right?
692.5.
What's your idea?
I'm thinking, Orme or the group goes out after Claire finds the thing, and offers some of it to other predators like wolves. Hey, I want to be, I want to be friends with y'all. How about we trade? How if I give you some meat for your guys' friendship?
It's not a bad idea.
I think
600
it's a
pounds
good
worth. 600 pounds would be a good trade.
I could also befriend some crows. I like crows.
The crows like meat.
Crows will eat a lot of things.
Generally. They are scavengers.
Alright, so
That's scavengers, yes.
I think that's the plan, is to start heading back the way we came, long rest, get the thing on the bowl or plate, whatever, and then if we find animals, offer it, some of it to them.
Yeah,
Make friends.
Yeah.
sounds like a plan.
All right. I don't know if this will come up in the near future. I never actually said it. The Elsier River flows from northeast to southwest.
Gotcha.
Can we flow
Yeah.
upriver? Can we take the river and go up the rest
If
wash?
you can make a raft, you can try.
Yes, you can make a raft. I have fabricate.
I can also
Interesting.
prepare that too.
Give me a
Alright.
long
Two
rest and I can
rafts.
prepare it.
You can make 2 rafts.
I can make
That'd be
3.
But
can
would
make-
that be would that be faster at this juncture than just walking?
Well, we
Probably.
can make it on the way and then
If you guys pulled up the river, it would generally be quicker than trying to drag the whole moose.
I don't think we intend on dragging the whole.
But
beast.
if you are going to divvy up the moose, so you guys gather as much as you would like. I want you to actually keep track of this though, because keeping track of what materials you have, because we're using a barter system rather than money, is going to be important. How much
Mhm.
of what type of material do you get from the moose?
Alright.
Write it down in your
Okay.
character sheet, like meat. And I'm not gonna worry about how much is realistic. We've got 1,600 pounds of all kinds of things to divvy up. Obviously, there's only 2 antlers. Is
Yeah,
there
I might
antlers?
need that.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Write down
Okay.
how much you're carrying of what. If you don't want to carry that, should have thought of what else to hunt. I'm saying you have to take anything with you, but it will be frowned upon if you leave too much.
How
Yeah,
much
that's what I'm saying,
is
or-
auto carry?
And that's up to you.
Wanna
You
carry.
figure it out.
I mean,
Oh, I-
187.
let's see. I can make a. Let's see what I can fabricate.
Could you make a
I can make a wagon maybe.
yeah, that's what. Then we can just carry. Like,
Well,
once we
I would need cloth.
And
I have
probably
cloth.
would.
like,
Well,
That
you don't
isn't
need to make a
sentient.
covered wagon.
yeah.
Well, yeah. So I can. If we chop down trees, I can.
However, do you have proficiency in carpenter's tools?
I do not.
I do.
You would need to make like moving wheels and an axle with
Yeah.
not a differential. What am I thinking?
I think
To make
fabricate
like a
does
wagon that operates well, you would need proficiency in a relevant tool set.
Okay.
It's okay,
I
I
don't.
can make a wagon.
that. All right. Well, let's just get out of here as soon as we can. We can offer up that meat to whatever creature. So, how much is everyone carrying? 'Cause I'm carrying up the 73 just so I'm at max. Then I
I'm
will-
carrying
78.
180. I'm
I'm-
carrying 187.
70 actually.
Uh,
70.
I'm
I'm
carrying
carrying
30
around,
on
90
me and
93.
500 on my disc.
Wait, hold on.
Alright.
So, we're all carrying our the weight that we put in the chat. Then
Are y'all making the wagon?
we have.
Well, first we need to get
Alright.
some wood.
Well, we're surrounded by trees. I think we should get to the road first, if anything.
You'd have to drag it. Are you making the wagon in the forest?
We chop down trees, is Sylvanas gonna yell at us?
No, this is the place you're allowed to do
Okay.
Okay, well, to be sure.
But are we gonna be
Yeah,
able
yeah,
to
that's
use
fair.
the wagon in
How
We don't
the
need
long
to
is a
chop
bit early in
down.
the campaign to be getting smited?
It just does a clump of trees. You can literally just be a wagon at a group of trees and it'll become a wagon.
Oh, that is fair. I don't even think we need to.
You don't need to
the
cut it down.
trees.
No.
We just take this way then, just to get out of the fucking forest,
But
just so
like
it's
the real
easier.
question here is, are we gonna be able to drive the wagon in the forest?
You can pull it. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. All right then.
And with a ranger and some of their weird abilities, I'm just not even going to question it. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll fabricate a wagon.
Okay.
So you
I'll
wanna
You have a hand wagon. You guys are able to pull with 2 people pulling the wagon and 2 people pushing the wagon. You're able to take the whole moose if you want.
Let's take the whole moose.
All right, yeah.
If
We're
there's
not-
any animals that are in the way, we can offer them food because we're probably not going to use all of it.
Animals in this day and age are incredibly skittish. You're going to have to go out of your way to find animals. As was represented by the 3 days hunting.
Yeah.
Well, if we come across any interesting tracks, maybe we could follow them.
Yeah. That's good.
Like big wolf tracks.
All right,
Yep.
for your first day, your day getting out of the forest. Everybody roll me a d12.
Bop.
Hey,
Fuck.
Oh.
Why not roll?
You know, this is so incredibly mundane for our first session of God camping.
gotta
Yeah.
ease into it.
This is a slow burner. We don't. Oh, we
It
all know
needs to
this.
be slow so that we can have all of our time forgetting what our stuff is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And also, you know, we saw the bullshit that is Shadowlands. So
Yeah.
this
As you
is
guys-
this is a calm.
As you guys are traveling through the forest, you come to a section where, as the first person takes a step and takes their second step, where their previous foot was, sprouts up miraculously a bundle, or rather a bunch, of wildflowers that glow with a very low ambient light.
Ooh.
That's weird.
Nice.
Nature's
That's
weird.
really pretty.
Who's the nature people in this group?
Orme just steps up, and just bends down to the flowers and just starts talking to them.
Are you casting Speak with Plants?
Yes, casting to speak with plants.
You're gonna be this kind of ranger. Okay.
Yeah, we all just
What
look
do you
at it
say
like-
to the plants?
I say, "Hello, friends. You sprouted out of the ground. We are just what are you? What is? How have you
You
been?
released us from our prison in the seeds.
Oh, that's nice.
You broke
What is
apart
it?
our prison. We are forever grateful.
Well, thank you." Turns back to Kalea. No. And maybe goes back to the plants. They're saying, "That's nice."
No to which question?
Yes.
Excuse.
And then basically he just turns back to the group and it's like, the flowers are the flowers are very very thankful that we broke them out of their prison.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oberon's very confused. It's just
We, we broke them out of the prison of their seeds.
okay.
That is how plant growth works.
Well,
was very
let's continue.
sudden.
Well, I'm glad the plants are happy. Okay.
As long
Glad
as the
we
plants are happy, I
could
guess.
help.
All right, see y'all later. As I kind of wave, as I kind of salute back to the flowers.
Goodbye,
Salute the
great
flowers.
liberator. As you guys are traveling through for half of a day, every step you take and every turn of the wagon's wheels, little flowers pop up and start glowing just ever so slightly.
Do we know what these are?
Nope, but I'm gonna have to remember this place. It's really pretty.
Pretty.
No, honestly, I don't
Can I-
want this place.
Can I pick a flower?
Don't.
You may.
Wait, hold on.
What is
I
it?
am the
That's
Lorax.
consent
I speak for the
warning
flowers.
Before, well, the thing is, if he picks it up and starts screaming, Orme might hear it for like the next little while.
It's going to be dead.
Hansen, don't create any more screaming plants.
Okay, you can
Can
pick
you
it
at
up.
least can you see at least what it is then before I pick it up?
Well, like I
Before it.
kind of bend down. I kind of bend down and ask it. As the flowers, what are y'all? Do you guys know your names?
We are flowers.
They are flowers.
Are they
Basically,
poisonous? Or are they?
they're just flowers. They're just flowers. They don't.
What,
I don't
what
know.
color are they?
Orange, yellow, and red. Very prominent.
Ooh.
I'll pick it up. I'll pick up one.
Let's
Uh-oh.
see. You have a butterfly milkweed.
Oh,
Oh, milkweed.
butterfly
Huh.
milkweed.
I was
That's
learning about those
Oh.
butterflies the other day.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that is
Spider.
Yeah,
Ooh. That is really
not a
pretty.
Isn't
It
a little guy,
It
Ethan.
looks like a butterfly. Hence the name.
Yeah.
Anyways, the next day, you guys are traveling a lot faster now that you're on one of the actual paths. You get all the way up there, you pass the exit to the High Elven area,
The rich kid area.
wave on the way by.
pass
Yeah.
over the
Ta-da!
Elfbeard River and one of its tributaries.
Where are we going again? I forgot.
Sun's rest. We're going to the
Sun's rest,
Okay.
Kalea.
We're going home as I point that way.
You're
Everybody-
going home, hummus.
Everybody roll me a D20.
D20. But
Oh,
wow, a 20.
Nice.
the hummus is leading us to his people. That's a good luck.
Take me to your leader.
Is this racist? Is this specious? As he just turns around.
Might be.
Well, slightly. I mean, your people are
Scrubs.
they're not as developed as us.
I don't know. This,
You're
this
also
is
talking to plants.
In Dwarvish, which I know none of you know, he says fucking knife ears.
Oh,
You,
we're
the rock language, what's wrong with
I
you?
feel like I should be
Oh my
taking
gosh.
offense, but I don't know why.
Okay.
Josh, I'd like to roll insight to see if he insulted us.
Yeah, can I roll insight?
I think we can tell.
It's the tone. You don't need to roll
I don't
insight.
know if you could really hide such intensity from such a powerful slur. Of course, I'm using that definition in pure jest. It's not an actual slur. It's
Yeah,
just it's used. It's a joked a lot as such in the Warhammer world. Knife ear. All right.
So I just love the random competent human and his band of judgmental elves.
well,
As
All
you
just
guys are
following him around like, what is with this dude?
As you guys are traveling, you come across a small but very consistent blood trail that even goes over the river.
Huh.
Is there any foot tracks?
Tracks with it? Same rifle.
There are 3 tracks with it, 2 humanoid, and 1 that looks like a large animal.
Oh, they were hunting too.
Predator claws,
Oh.
feline in origin.
Oh.
Can I tell if the humanoids were hunting or being hunted?
Be honest, they just look like they're walking.
Well, this is intriguing. Do we want to investigate, y'all?
How long does
I-
it look like we have for the food before it starts to spoil?
Before it starts to spoil, maybe another 3 days, 4 days.
I don't think we can risk it with the
Yeah.
meat for the meat spoils.
What is the importance of us bringing all this meat with us?
I don't
Lots
know.
of food?
Not wasting it.
Yeah, obviously
Always
not wasting
snack
it.
and
but
also-
where are we
and
trying
also,
to
you
get?
know-
Do we have the time for that?
Hold the feast. Most likely when we get to Sun's Rest.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be thankful for a big ass moose and be like, "Here's the food."
Is the blood trail just going along the path that we're on?
Yes.
I mean, I guess we could just
Well, I
keep
guess
Well,
we'll do
there
something
you
both.
goes
go.
anywhere.
All right. Let's see. We go for another day, another D20.
Alrighty.
This was a terrible idea for my voice,
Yeah,
but whatever.
I can hear it starting to go a little.
The fucking dwarves, the dwarves credit Orbe for making that slur.
You're
Alright.
gonna be the cause of the main conflict between us.
All right.
The old-
So
they-
you
they-
guys
they-
continue on. The blood trail is almost ever present, and you guys manage to get to the ford that is between the spring, the river that is born out of the spring, out of the Peak of Destruction, and to the human territory. It's a nice place to rest for the night, right by the river. I'm not even
Fresh
gonna
as
roll.
the blood trail.
The blood trail is about a day old.
So maybe they're
Blood.
dragging something.
That is a lot of blood.
That is a lot of blood.
Is it coming from like the animal, or is it coming from like a human?
That's not really something you can tell.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, is the blood like near the tracks of the animal, or is it more closer to the tracks of a human, or like a humanoid?
That's
creature?
because they're traveling so closely, it's not
Oh,
really
okay.
possible to tell.
Well, looks like someone else got a feast for the gods.
Everybody, we continue on once more. As we get within eyesight of Sun's Rest, everybody roll me a D100 because
Oh,
Lord
D100,
help you if
okay.
there's a random encounter here. Alright. And the last check before we get to Sun's Rest.
1,000?
One more D100.
38.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice!
Nice.
And we are so conditioned.
Is there still the freaking blood trail?
Yeah.
Weird. What even has that much blood? It was like 50 miles.
You fucking killed a dragon or some shit.
Oh no.
As you guys pass by the Eternal Fields, you see the many, many different settlements that the human practitioners have made. Most of them very little more than little thatch hovels that they've constructed in small circles around elevated positions like hills. One moment.
Had to blow the nose.
No, cough. As you get closer, Sun's Rest is a small settlement nestled upon a knoll, a grassy knoll. And no, not that kind of knoll.
KNOLL.
The most notable feature is the house of the Morning Lord, Paylor. It is a here. Let me look at the description here. And also, yes, I have art. It's a lot of it is stolen. You know, things happen.
As you do.
It is a simple structure, one continuous line of timbers with a thatch roof. It is built on a flagstone foundation with small brick and mortar that must have been hired out from the dwarves for its lowest level. It has quite a few windows, but most of it is actually open to the air at the bottom with no doors. It is guarded by the typical people, the typical spirits that guard the human pantheon. Humanoid creatures with all of their bodies covered in cloth or furs. They have stag-like antlers and huge eagle-like wings that sprout out of their backs.
Rohan.
Well, like Rohan.
Oh, that's because that's Edoras.
We're
I
just-
wasn't wrong saying that we're at Rohan.
Yeah, we're just at
Oh yeah,
Ross,
you are essentially at a more primitive version of Rohan.
Sick.
Josh,
Yeah,
I would
like
like
a
to. I would like to
music
make a
in the
new
background.
character. I would like to make a new character. He will be a Lord of the Horse Lords.
Well, it's too bad because they haven't domesticated those yet.
Well, damn it.
And the people who will are the elves. If nobody else,
Yeah.
if nobody else decides to do it now,
You know what? You know, Orome might need another pet.
I mean,
Or
you
might
could,
not
also,
just go for another pet.
you could also try to domesticate
How many
the
pets do you
dire
want?
wolves. You think,
Be
Michael, you could try to
all of them.
domesticate.
no
Good.
mortal humans come and go around the settlement of Sun's Rest. It is incredibly taboo for the gods to interact with normal mortal people. Not out of any fear or disrespect, but mostly because of the edicts that each of the heads of the pantheons has come to. That before you're to interact with immortals, you need to solidify your identity.
Mm.
None really greet you as you come in. You come to the Great Hall. No one stops you, nobody even really says hi. But the Great Hall is packed with dozens and dozens of different gods of all of the 5 different races. The most notable of these are the heads of the pantheons who have gathered at the central fire, which sits below a huge hole in the roof. Intentional. The house is designed in such a way that it doesn't seem to have any central figure, no central table for anyone to sit at. It's all at an equal footing, except for the low fire, which is recessed into the floor, so as to keep the ash from spreading out too much. The most notable people that you see are Asurian, Garl Glittergold, who is rather funny, standing at about half the height of any of the other taller humanoid races. Moradin, who is decorated in beautiful gems and metals. Tyr, which, while being most often associated with the humans, is rather odd looking. He has a color to his skin that is pale like the humans, but almost has tinges of gray in it. He has blonde hair, but he also has minorly pointed ears and a very large, very long looking beard. Next is Palor, who is the spitting image of a beautiful young man in his early or mid 20s. For a while, each of you mingle about. Is there anyone that you guys want to talk to?
I shall talk to the.
I
Well,
should
no.
actually. I should also mention that the blood trail does go up into the building.
Hey.
So do we
As
just carry
your eyes follow it, you see sitting at one of the tables is Cain, the
Was
god of
Eric.
war,
Oh,
as his right hand is constantly dripping with blood.
Oh.
Oh.
And you notice that he's sitting at a table, and somebody has positioned a bucket right below his right hand.
all right.
I'm just
So-
gonna talk with Assyrian, but we first need to get the moose off and give that
Okay,
to
no,
you.
yeah, no. I was gonna say, Josh, is there someone that is known as the basically the cook slash preparer of foods in this household?
That is
That I would know.
typically done just by any of the guardians. It's really difficult to differentiate from them,
Okay.
as they don't bear actual names.
I kind of go. I kind of go up to a few of the guardians and I say, we bring some of the moose meat to feed the Lord, to feed in the feast of Lord Palor.
The
And I
guardian communicates with you telepathically. Excellent. This will make great appetizers for all of those gathered.
I kind of give a bow, and then basically
Do not bow, Lord. We are your humble servants.
I'm sorry. I'm just very frugal. I don't like this.
Sorry, I get nervous.
Well, no, it's just he's kind of weirded out because like for like the first part of his life, he was just in the forest. Then basically Palar Tyr said, "Hey boy, you're a nice hunter. Become the Lord of Hunting." And I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. And he basically
We will take this and we will prepare it, We will return anything which we do not use for food, and we will return it to you.
Yeah.
As the three of them come along and start grabbing at the cart, they take it off, and you see small knives materialize in some of their hands as they begin working on it, even as the cart is being taken away.
All right. And basically, so basically, we're just giving them most of what we got, and I'll basically ask a few of them, a few of the guardians, like I say maybe like at most like 50 pounds. Can you prepare this for like for rationings for rations once
Of
we
course,
do
of course, my lord.
and basically it's just I want some for rations. Most of it will probably go to the feast.
Of course, my lord. It will be done as you say.
Thank you. Mhm. Thinking.
Obian's just sitting there like, this is cool.
Hey,
Yes, this is my
Obion,
house.
do you think we should try and talk to Moradin about, like, ironsmithing? Like, do you think he would
It
tell
looks
us
and it's just,
anything?
oh, he definitely knows something.
Like, he definitely
Obviously.
knows how to smith iron, but, like, would he tell us? That's the thing.
Exactly.
'Cause,
That's
like,
the
I kind of get the
thing.
feeling he doesn't like us.
Has racism between the dwarves and elves started yet?
Not yet.
But maybe that's just, like, how he acts with everyone. He's kind of intimidating.
You see, so how new, or like, do all the gods know us, Josh?
Most of the gods know your name and probably what your portfolio is.
Okay.
Very few of them like know you, especially because Obion seems kind of antisocial.
Well, he's a perfectionist, okay?
He's a nerd.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's a nerd in his fucking
He's a
Yeah.
nerd who
in
doesn't
his
touch
little
grass.
gremlin. Yeah, he's a nerd in his gremlin cave.
He's an otaku.
I
He's-
another thing, do we know, like, if among gods, is there like a certain courtesy? Like, if an intermediate is going to talk to a greater, do we have to say like Lord Moradin per
Your
se?
grace.
It's not expected.
Okay.
Obion,
So-
if you
so-
want, I
There's a
can...
butt in there.
Yeah.
But
Obion,
It's
if
not
you want-
expected, but if you want to flatter anybody, putting yourself at a lower social standing than them by using honorifics is always good
Fair.
if you're willing to humble yourself.
I think if you want, Obion, I can be a good talker for you.
no,
Right.
I'll be fine.
And besides,
As
I'm
I
not even
say,
sure
as
you know
I
what
as
we're
I have
talking
advantage in
about when we
persuasion.
talk about forge
Um,
stuff.
I'll go.
Let's try and talk to Moradin.
I just want to learn just like maybe some new techniques or maybe a proper way about doing some things.
Too awkward.
That's
It's
all I
like
wanna learn.
I'm really curious on how, like, working with iron and iron's properties are different from, like, copper or bronze.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And mithril too. Yeah. Oh.
Okay. We gotta psych
We're
ourselves
just.
up. We can
They're
do
just,
this.
they're, they're just basically hyping each other up. They're basically like trying not to be like,
Yeah.
hello
Let us
sir,
be
hello
all-
sir, we're big friends, we're big fans.
Yeah, like you guys
Oh,
sound like you're fangirling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Hello,
bit.
Like,
sir.
the kid before us,
Big
right?
fans.
This is an innovator of our craft.
Alright, so
That and just social anxiety.
Yeah.
We can do
Ubion
this. We're
is
not gonna
going
fuck this up.
to.
We should address him as Lord, right? Lord
Is
Morgan?
there alcohol present?
Alcohol's not been invented yet.
Okay.
We gotta invent it, guys.
Ooh.
I take a swig of water and place it.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna get up and I'm going to walk over. Does Morden look like he's talking to
Yeah, is he
anyone?
talking with anyone?
No.
Morden is technically being a part of a conversation between Tyr, Palor, and Asurian, but only so much as he's standing in the general vicinity.
Okay.
He is observing the
I'll look around, like,
conversation.
should we talk to him now or should we wait until they're
I mean,
done?
he doesn't look like he's that interested in their conversation.
But I don't want to disturb the greater gods conversation.
I don't either, but like, this is kind of important to us.
And both of you make me a stealth check.
Which check?
Like here, you guys.
Stealth.
No,
Stealth.
Stealth. Okay.
you guys are like you guys are
15.
trying to talk quiet, but it's like all
18.
It's like he's over there. It's like he just looks at them. Get over here.
You have caught the attention of Morden.
Oh.
Oh, my-
Just
Who-
like,
who
no
turns-
fangirls.
Kalea notices and just-
He turns to look at the two of you. You're still like 20 feet away from him,
Shit, yeah, we
but
have
like
to talk to
you can tell that he can tell you're like almost gossiping about him,
Obi-Wan.
Alright, I'll approach
and he
him.
just kind of raises an eyebrow.
Alright, I'll approach
Obi-Wan
him.
gets up and walks over and it's like, hello, Lord Morden, my name is Obi-Wan. I'm one of the newer intermediate god of the elves.
My name is Kalea.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I remember you two.
Yes. We were wondering if we could
it's
have
just
some
a,
words
oh,
with
he
you.
remembers us.
Internally, Kalea's just like, oh god, he remembers us. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Mhm.
Kindred spirits, to a degree, I suppose.
Yeah, and in a
yeah.
similar vein, we were wondering if we could have a few words with you about iron as a material.
Oh.
She is interested. I'm more interested about learning better techniques or different ways of doing things. With just metal urging or things around the forge. Personally,
Well, sure, I suppose.
if
Excuse
you're
me, he says, looking over to the three, and Paler just kind of like, yeah, sure, yeah, with his hand. It's not like actually saying anything.
just go.
Just
go.
like the yeah, okay, do your thing.
And you see him grumble a little bit as he comes up out of the fire pit. All right. So, what do you want to talk about again?
For me personally, I just would hopefully like to or get some tips and pointers or different techniques and just blacksmithing and things around the forge and how to maybe mold different materials together
And I'm rather interested on
or get new
how...
insight on it.
I'm rather interested
And
on
then
how iron
newer
works
and
as a
still learning.
material. Ethan, shut up.
About this.
He just like stops and then continues.
Yeah. It's just like you stop and just like, okay, I can talk now, and then you keep talking.
On that though,
I was just about to talk, you bastard!
Oh,
Yeah,
I took my headphone off
Forward
of
a
my
good
left
face, you
ear.
two.
I
No, I was
can't hear my right
talking
ear,
to
so I took my
Zane
headphone on my
with
left
that
ear
one.
to scratch my ear and put it back on, so I couldn't hear anything if he said something.
Oh,
I think you should get the check.
It's a work in progress.
But I was
Alright,
rather
then-
curious about iron as a material, how it differs from like copper and bronze. Is it stronger? Is it easier or more difficult to heat?
More difficult to heat, not so much. Well, yes, more so. Is it harder? It's actually not. It is a more
Oh.
brittle material, but it
Oh.
is. How do I put this in more simpler terms? It is attracted to certain other materials that I find very interesting. He takes
Huh.
a small black stone out of his pocket and he just holds it up against his breastplate, and it just stays there.
Eyes, mouth, everything's just open.
Kalea is
Just
extremely fascinated. And iron just does that?
Only with this rock, he says, tapping the obvious magnetite
Yeah. Just
with
and,
his
Mhm.
finger.
and it's not magical in any way?
Nope, none of that. It's totally natural. You can find this at least on any place that is exposed to the elements on high grounds.
So
It's
like
interesting. You
mountaintops.
can dig it out, but and I mean no offense by this, but you're not the digging type.
No, I'm not the
No.
digging type.
Um, I'm figuring out there are ways you can combine it with certain materials. It's very alloyable.
Huh.
I don't know if we're still working on our language and how to use it
Yeah.
Fair.
here.
I wonder if
Um,
there's a way to make it stronger. Because you said it was
There
very brittle?
it is brittle. It can compete with bronze materials, bronze tools. It's just more work for an equal
Hmm.
pay, I suppose.
That is a very
And
good point.
as for you, what specifically do you want to improve on? I don't know what you do.
I do a lot of.
No, not you.
Oh.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Kind of me.
Yes, the boy.
Ah, yes.
Boy. It's so when I was creator, right? Did I have like a working knowledge of how a forge works? At least to the
You have a
elves.
working knowledge of how it works, but also you have to keep in mind you don't have fire yet.
Yeah.
So you have been relying on the whole idea of waiting not till the iron is hot to strike, but make the iron hot by striking.
Yeah.
You beat the material until it's hot enough
Yeah.
to work with, which I just as a person that is the most fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I saw an example of it the other day. I was
Like,
just flabbergasted.
you can literally just hit a piece of iron until it is literally red hot.
Huh.
That is
Mhm.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anywho, so I was like, so I don't. I'm guessing the dwarves have fire.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I looked at him and said, I don't have fire yet, as I'm just been striking it until it gets hot.
You're just manually.
Yes, it's
It's been interesting.
it's a goal that I'm trying to reach eventually, is to hopefully learn how to make fire or get fire somehow.
And you've not
I-
even helped with this at all, he says, looking over to you, Gale.
I've tried.
Is he named Kalea?
Yeah.
I just assumed that like Kalea and Obion have like just tried to make fire, right? Or tried way to get around it, but it just hasn't worked.
Well, I think my question that you are inferring from him is you haven't automated anything for him yet?
I've never actually thought about that.
I'll tell you this. The energy that falling water has can be easily exploited in a number of ways. I don't
Huh.
have the keenest understanding, but I've worked with Garl over there, he says, pointing to the gnome, who just looks over and with a really... Honestly, you can't ever look at Garl and like think he's not thinking of some scheme to prank somebody. He just always
look at
has
him
the
and
mischievous
immediately
look
thinks just-
of a trickster on his face.
He's trouble.
He just smiles in your direction. And it's unnerving.
Hmm.
Oh no, I've been targeted.
falling
you see,
water.
Obi-Wan's just. Oh.
I wonder.
Oh,
So-
Falling
out
water
his back
is
pocket, he pulls out like a little notepad or something similar to it and starts scratching this down.
I think actually the thing that has interested me not most that Garl has relatively just come up with is what was that thing called? He says, motioning over to Garl,
Mm.
and I need to double check what this thing is.
Don't mind us siblings talking in the chat.
It's a trump. Trompe. More than yeah that thingy. So falling water. Don't know how the rest of it works. Compressed air,
Huh.
valves, and such. Below the forge. Well, you need fire for that first, of course.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Below the forge, it even can, if it's strong enough and you have a mind sharp enough to put it to use, you can use it to power a hammer.
Power a hammer.
Just the. Oh my.
Like make
God.
the material hammer itself.
I don't quite understand a lot of the mechanics. He has me on my knees at that. But I'll figure it out eventually. It creates an oscillating motion that you can engage with a pedal
Oh.
with a very, very heavy weight that we put a hammer's head, or what did you call the attachment? He says, almost in irritation over at Glitter Gold. It's not like out of his irritation at Glitter Gold, but like at himself. It's called a jig. Yeah, that thing. That jig. And it just hits things repeatedly.
Huh.
This, oh, this is great
This
insight.
is
Oh my gosh.
really useful.
You seem just writing
information.
this down. Trying to do like a couple of quick like sketches to see, just like based off the descriptions, to see like
Yeah.
how we could figure it
Like,
out.
Obion is like writing things down on paper. Kalea's eyes are just moving back and forth as she's picturing and imaging in her head.
If you want to see it, we have put together a small settlement.
Ooh.
It's right near the end of the Rest Wash. It's Tinkertown, as
Tinkertown.
Garl has so wonderfully named it. I think it's a little more than tinkering, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely, but we're gonna have to visit that.
You're welcome. I might not always be there, but Garl spends maybe 40% of his time there.
Okay.
I wonder if running
Oh, this
water
is
could
great.
be used for other things.
Close his notebook and it's just like first step. We need to get fire.
Yeah, we're gonna have to formulate a plan on that. Thank you, Lord Moradin, for all
Thank you
this
so
information.
much, Lord
Well-
Moradin, on this.
Well, I would like to be of more help. Do you know where you could get fire? Do you have ideas?
So we know about the giants, right?
And the
You
elementals.
know about generally like those three that I had proposed to you before.
Yeah, the elementals, the giants, and the demons?
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't want to
don't-
touch the
I
demons.
don't
So
want to touch the demons. That seems a
don't-
little
there-
bit
there
too chaotic
is
for what we're trying to go for.
Another option is that
Hmm?
you could form a relationship with one of the fire-breathing creatures and their god.
The dragons?
Dragons, hellhounds,
Oh.
chimera. Well, I'm not sure if they have a god.
I didn't think of that.
Those sorts of
Become their
things.
god.
Yes.
Of course,
That does
we'd have
require a
to
bit
find one.
of social skill.
Well, I'm somewhat socially aware.
I'm not.
I am
Yeah,
somewhat.
I
socially
approached
aware.
Ragnaros.
that's. Yeah, Ragnaros is
The
something
elemental.
dragon? Oh, the elemental.
Yeah.
Oh, and then did you? I'm guessing you formed a working relationship with him then.
Yes.
How did that go down? Or I'm
I
guessing.
will admit, I have never enjoyed swallowing my pride, but I did it for my people. I prostrated myself before him.
Oh,
All right.
and he just
And-
accepted.
And we discussed any sort of usages and veneration of the idea of fire.
Hmm.
And so my people will venerate fire to a degree in its most primal form for the rest of our existence.
Okay. Ron's like, pretty good.
It's not a bad deal.
It's
That's
not a
not
bad
There are
deal.
many, many uses.
Yeah.
And-
Just from I've heard.
I will admit, it is different. I am a chief deity. You are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
have
don't
a
know
lot
how
more
different
stature
that
and power
relationship
than
would
we
be.
do.
That is fair. I was hoping. My first idea was to ask the fire giants, and in return, I would do something for them, for however long it takes.
Hmm.
But of
How
course, that
long do you how do you think that will reflect on your people though?
exactly.
What we do here has a metaphysical change on our people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot.
We will have to put much
My
thought
partner
into
could be
this.
helping.
But you have given us so many options.
But yeah, thank you so much, and I would love to do this again, collaborate, or something similar in the future once I can figure out how I can get fire.
Oh, of course, if that's the direction that you'd like to take.
I, I'm
There's a lot
absolutely
of potential
just
in working together.
fascinated by just the creation process, creating new different types of metals, seeing how things, experimenting with it, you know, being like creating art from it. It's just so
It's
mind-boggling and
it
amazing.
is I just be careful. If you decide to pursue this without convincing the Mr. Goldie Pants over there, he says, gesturing to Asurian, it's become proprietary to only your cult. That could make a lot of social schisms.
It could,
Yeah,
yes.
I will need to. I was thinking about talking to Lord Surian eventually.
Eventually,
About
eventually.
it.
Oh, yes.
Eventually.
Once, we
there's-
actually
we have a lot of
plan.
time.
And I will say, I'm a very busy dwarf.
Yeah.
I might not always have time to spare with you. I will
And-
try, but if you want to talk with me and you want to guarantee it, give me some warning. Send a messenger a
Mhm.
few weeks ahead of time if you can.
I do know a spell that I could message you directly. Would that be too much?
I just don't be outlandish.
Of course not.
No, I don't. Oh, look, sometimes I don't know. You've got some odd ones over there, he says, pointing to Kane.
That is
I look over and it's
very
just,
fair.
Is he just vibing with like a
For,
bunch
yeah,
of
like for all of his, murder, bloodshed, and all that, he's chill.
Calm.
He's just kind of sitting there with his hand in a bucket that's halfway full now.
Does he have to go outside, empty it every now and then?
Yeah, one of the Guardians basically does like a Indiana
Bucket
Jones
swap.
swap with the bucket every so often.
yeah. Thank you so much for the time.
Have a good day.
Dude,
You as well.
Sit back down. It's just
Oh,
We got
there's
work
all
to
my
do.
social energy.
All right.
work to do.
Oh god.
Orme comes over and kind of asks y'all, "Hey, can I get like the hide of the animal one of the gods. Is that right with y'all?
I'd like to
Okay,
keep some of it. I
I
could
don't
use
have
it
any
for
use.
something.
That's fine.
All right, I will give a majority of it, leaving some parts for Kalea. Like probably saying about 80% of that. Hi, Josh. I'm going over to Gond.
Gond is a
and I say,
really simple and unassuming looking human. Though he does stand out among the humans as the only one with a legitimate shirt and pants.
Yeah.
Everything else is sort of like robe shaped, whereas his is more fine made and has shape to it.
Hmm.
Yes. And I kind of hold in the skin. I kind of say, "Hello there, Gond."
Orme.
Yes, hello there. I will like to, as a gesture of friendship, like to give you this. I give you this as a gesture of friendship, as I give him basically the pelt of moose and say, make whatever you would like out of it.
The
I know
pelt
you like to
weighs
craft.
nearly like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And so as you kind of like offload it on the table, he's calm, he is collected, and he's already thinking. Well, thank you.
Or thank you, my good
Always
friend.
good.
As I kind of
Always get the best pelts from you.
yes, as I
Not
as
so
as
friendly.
as yeah, just one clean swipe.
Mm.
My basically is something. Say, well, see you later. See you around in the feast. As I kind of do like a chest bump towards him. No, not a chest bump like with the hand. Like I just do like the couple adjustments of the hand, and I say, all right. And I'm just going to go back to the party and say, all right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's sorry. He's not the best socially with humans.
Well, no. So the thing is, Orme seems to come across as actually really well socially adjusted. Gond is very much not.
Oh yeah, gone. Or makes like just all right, see you later, bro. And then Gon's like, see you later, brother. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
sure. Does anyone else want to talk to any other gods?
I think I will, but I want to see if anyone else wants to go first.
Doesn't sound like it.
No?
Yeah, I already had a couple of them.
So I'll go talk with Vol first.
Vol is, to be perfectly honest, a very pathetic sight. He is crippled in the legs and blind, but his hands are strong and very keen. He's always doing something with them, whether it's just playing with the side of his robe or petting his lifelong companion, Grace, the giant white lion,
Oh fuck!
god of lions, who is adorned with beautiful works of Vol's art, even bronze armor across the lion's back. What do
Lord
you
Vol.
say to him as you approach?
I just be very respectfully, just like I have a little bit loudly, just so you know my presence, and say, Lord Vol, it is an honor to meet.
He starts a little bit when you say that. Oh, um, um, which one are you?
I am Varric.
I'm sorry, Varric. Yes. Um, Varric. Oh, Caress's little brother.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
I just had a few questions for you, my lord, if you do not
Hey,
mind
drop,
me.
drop the honoring prefix, please.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you. I was told that maybe you're the best person to talk to for when it comes to woodworking.
Yes.
Do you know like any tips on like how to start, or if there's like any manuals to read? Because I'm thinking about trying to build my temple, and I want to include wood, stone, and some metal with it. But
I don't mean to be rude, but isn't that a bit beyond your area of expertise?
it is, and that's why I want to try and be a little bit more well-rounded and try to learn a little bit more.
I don't know if that's possible. That is so far beyond your sphere of influence.
It is. But I'm just hoping to like figure out how to build a temple since I'm not really good with these skills. If like I need to talk with certain people, trade certain things, or
Well,
do things for that matter.
then, I mean, we can collaborate, but I have no idea how to. I I I have no idea how to teach a warrior how to create with their hands.
I understand completely. I just wanted to ask you and just get introduced to you a little bit more and tell you of some ideas I had.
All right. What ideas?
So it was mostly just the learning of how to use the woodworking tools just so I can build a temple for my followers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this was a pleasure, and I hope you have a good day here at the feast.
You too.
I'm just gonna walk away because I do not know how to talk with him. Nor would I.
Well,
Because-
you're asking to learn,
You're asking
A
to
different-
encroach on his portfolio.
yeah,
Yeah.
on his domain.
And he's like, "You, the audacity."
You're literally asking to steal his followers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like
Think
that.
think about the implications of asking a god for anything, dude. We have to
Okay.
think about everything as symbolic.
Okay.
As much in like a normal, right? Normal session,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
You know, take time off and stuff like that. But for a god who is known for this specific thing, and you're asking them to teach you about their specific thing,
That's
Yeah.
probably the worst taboo you could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So, fuck. I still in like I'm in like mind of mortal player, not god.
Yeah, we gotta change the way we think about things.
All right, in that case, hey Josh,
What?
can I go to Orion, the elf god hunt?
Orion?
Orion, yeah,
Just like the
Oh, wow.
constellation.
yeah. I don't know why my brain said
Hey,
Orion.
bro, do you
but I
want to
know-
hunt?
Yeah, it's basically.
Sup, bro?
What? That's sup, bro? How's hunting
Sup,
gone?
bro?
No, you'll be more respectful. It's like,
As
like,
you
hello there,
approach the elven god, he is built like a tank that is tall. The dude has practical muscle in every way possible, and he wears a stag's head as a helmet.
oh,
Oh,
As he
wow.
takes it off while he's indoors, however, he just kind of holds on to it by the antler.
Yeah.
Orome,
hello there, Orion. How's
Yo.
hunting gone?
cousin. It's good. It's good. I would like a wider field. I'm not used to being so constricted, and I honestly really hate it.
Yeah, I understand. You know, I just want to run after it. You know, feel truly the hunt.
I just want to run.
Exactly.
Yes.
We get-
Just go.
yeah, just go after them.
Just not think.
Yeah,
I'm tired of all this thinking and talking and doing things. And I'm gonna
Just
be
instinct.
social and
Yeah.
man, I just want to
I'm-
disappear into the woods and just never see anyone ever again.
No, that's fair.
Well, it's great to see you, but
Yeah, it's great to see you. How's hunting going?
um, it was it's been fine. I got a deer a week ago, but he just says I
Nice.
can't. He just says I couldn't go in the past few days, so gotta
Yeah,
do what the wife says.
yeah, I
And
understand.
you know, she was worried it was gonna be late to the whole meeting and all that. Eh,
Yeah, yeah, I
don't get
understand.
married. Don't get married, dude. I love her more than I love myself,
Yeah,
but it
I,
hurts.
I understand. I'm I'm pretty sure if I'm late, I'm pretty sure big old tear over there would probably stab me for it.
Well, get him married.
Well, no, for being late to the meeting. You
You really
probably,
think you would?
I don't know. Sometimes he's a pretty chill guy. It's just sometimes, especially with me, which you know he does say that I am a big part of the humans, you know, whole system of tribes.
Well,
He
I mean,
really was.
I mean, things are changing from what I hear,
Yeah,
but for the most part, I mean,
yeah,
like what? You're like 20% of the food,
yeah. Us hunters, it's a big part of the
20% of the
food.
food. I
Yeah,
don't know how successful are your people?
um, somewhat. We more. As he basically describes how we just hunt down, as he basically just exhausts the animal. That's and
That sounds terrible.
it does, but it's the way how humans do it. I'm more quick, but my followers have not gotten the speed
But
to
you
do
just
that yet.
walk in its general direction and it just dies?
Basically, they can't keep up with the mortals the followers stamina.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I would say
brutal.
that's cruel, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Well, nice seeing you, friend.
It's
Nice
nice to
seeing
see
you,
you too,
cousin.
Romer. Cousin. Yeah,
Cousin.
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 Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's just Orme, the social one. Social.
Orme is the one who doesn't have the charisma and is the social one.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a stand in persuasion.
Yeah, well, I tried to talk with
Uh,
antisocial, or not.
I
I
have-
accidentally offended the god, and I didn't mean to, and I do want to apologize for that. But I'm gonna go talk to Assyrian because I think I have more in common with another fellow warrior than I do with a nerd.
Damn.
Well, first
I need
advice:
to-
maybe don't start
Val
calling
isn't a
people
nerd.
nerd.
I know this was
Val
player
is
me.
an
This was
artist.
player me.
Let's take another 10 minutes.
Okay.
My stamina is starting to decrease.
All
We'll
right.
see how it goes Sunday.
Okay,
See y'all in a minute.
with Assyrian.
You gotta warn me so that I can, like, replay the recording.
I just did.
Yeah. And I had a momentary bout of panic.
You'll figure it out.
Because it's just like, oh shit, I need to play the recording.
Oh no, I need to press one button.
Yeah, except sometimes I will forget.
Alright, so how are you going to try and approach Assyrian?
Is he talking with anyone right now?
He is currently talking with Paylor and Tyr.
Okay, that seems like um, so those are like Paylor's the big boy for the humans, and Tyr is.
Second big boy for the humans.
Well, I feel like they're greater deities, so I'm just gonna wait my turn and just like kind of just stand off to the side and just wait to see if I can approach it at a later when they're done having like their conversation.
You stand there awkwardly for about 15 minutes. Several passing gods notice you as you're just standing there. Moradin at one point kind of looks over at you. Looks over at Asturian and the other two. Just kind of nods his head and just stands there continuing. He pretends to engage in the conversation.
Oh. Well,
And after a very long discussion about religious schisms, the three of those individuals break off, and Asturian just kind of like turns and is like, "Oh,
I just give a deep bow and say, "It is an honor to see you again, my lord."
of course, it is good to see you as well."
May I ask how things are going for you at this banquet?
It is fine. There is pushback from individuals, he says, looking over at Kane, who just flips him off with his left hand.
The non-bloody one?
The
Yeah, the
His
bloody
right
one.
hand is the bloody one.
Okay. The non-bloody one.
But
Oh.
it is fine.
Is there anything I can help you or assist you with, my lord?
Not at the moment. Is there anything that you would like to discuss with me, Varric?
Well, as you know, my lord, I'm still kind of a newer god that was recently created, and I still,
Young, yes.
yes, I'm still trying to get my footing on how to talk with other gods and figuring out how to negotiate with them.
A very touchy business.
Yes, and that's why I trust no one more than I trust you, my lord.
Of course. He's waiting for you to get to your point.
I'm just wondering if you have any advice to help up and coming deity to kind of weave their way through the social inclines of other deities.
If I had any perfect advice for you, we would not be in this situation. But know what each of us are. Know what each of us represent. Try and read into that.
All right.
I look over at Cain. I know that he is war, murder, death, and slaughter. I'm not going to approach him with a mind that he will be cooperative in much other than something that could lead to violence.
I understand
look
that.
over at Orion. He does not care much for the everyday going-ons of the people, unless they are elves. Or if it has to do with hunting. He doesn't care about the crafts. He cares what happens to the materials after he is done with a hunt, but he cares not how they are handled, just that they are handled well. And when it comes to negotiating, it is a difficult thing. You have to understand that all of the warriors who worship and are everything that make you up will be changed by your decisions. If you pledge your loyalty to one of your brothers or sisters, or even those outside of our families, you pledge their assistance as well to the people that that god represents.
See, my lord.
You have to be careful when offering things of material value. Those things can become sacred very quickly, or even become just customary gifts when interacting between our two peoples. In our youngest days, I offered a basket of fruit to Morid. When I spoke with our people in the most latest, it has become the most traditional gift for an elf to give to a dwarf. A basket of fruit. Seems harmless to me. But what about in the winter? The fruit dies. Can an elf even approach a dwarf without that customary gift? He seemed to think not. And
See.
so all discussion between our two races ceases when the fruits stop bearing. And when there is a plague upon the trees that we gather, what then? It's difficult.
I see, my lord. I have just one more question.
You may ask it.
How did you go about reading your partnership with Saffron?
My pact and my relationship with Saffron was forged out of desperation. We were fighting with the old god Cthulhu who had killed Morai Haig. And he nearly did the same with me. He was attempting to corrupt my essence, and in my desperation, I called out for help. Saffron is the only one who responded. He came in, he killed the old god's servant, and I have owed him a debt ever since. I have repaid it tenfold, but that only resulted in a circle of debts paid to each other, and so we are bound.
I see. Thank you, my lord. I will not keep you anymore. I thank you for the wise words of wisdom of such a very noble and esteemed god. And I just give a bow, and I start heading back to the group.
Hmm.
As you're heading back, you notice that Kane was watching your entire conversation with Osurian.
Hmm.
Little man is fancy with his words, I see.
Is Kane saying that to me?
Yes,
I've learned that it is important to have respect and honor those who are senior to you and give them the respect that they deserve until they lose it.
you think our people will hold on to such frivolous things when the going becomes tough?
That's the only thing we should hold on to. Because without honor and without respect with each other, we're just no more than the savage animals that rule the forest.
And what's so bad about that?
You never
Yeah.
trust and never build anything more than what you have at your own hands.
And why
This way
would
we
we
can
need to
build
do
it.
that?
Societies are better built to last longer than the life of one person.
And what worth is there in that?
Much, if you ask other gods. Just watching
I don't think there's anything worth that. That's
Well,
not what
that's-
toppled the old ones. That's not what lasts for the thousands of years. That's not one of the consistent things among our people.
So you think a world of blood and death is more everlasting than a world of peace and prosperity through development?
As far as I see, kiddo, the one thing that always ends a civilization is blood. And civilizations seem to always come to an end. In the same way.
And those that prevent it are honorable.
They last a couple hundred years. They always fall, though.
But then there's always one to rise again.
Is
And that's
there?
the never-ending cycle.
Will there always be? That's what I'm questioning.
And
I
my
don't
question,
think there will always be.
And my question
I
to
think
you,
at some point everything's just going to fall apart. And people will return to their base instincts.
and what if I reverse the question and say, what if I don't think that will happen either? What if I think that the society will go back and become a better society than what it once was?
He stands
These-
up to his full height, which is almost 11 feet tall.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a fucking
Oh,
horrible.
Shit, you're real. Oh shit.
Chris is
Orbit
watching this whole thing
center.
like she's watching a tennis match, like, oh, this man's about to die.
He cuts you off mid-sentence, and he puts his bloody hand on your chest. One of us is older than the other, boyo.
Oh,
and I shall honor your wise words of wisdom and learn to build on it. But I was gonna smile.
Yeah. Armage's just sitting there like, oh shit, shit's ready to go throw down.
I'm not doing anything hostile. I'm just showing my respect to an older god.
That is hostile.
That is hostile as fuck.
Anyone
I
think
will-
that he's
That's
gonna
What
get
if you're
impressive
wrong
for
about your
Jalen.
entire existence?
He said that to me too. So, but
Yeah, this is just what happens.
Yeah, you guys are just at odds. You somehow already fucked up your relationship with the creator god.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
it was
Never
It was
going to be
destined.
good.
No.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the
no,
god
it
of
was
honor, the god
murder.
of violence, and murder. Yeah, no, that sooner or later this was gonna happen. But I am just
Two diametrically opposed people. It's almost like the Academy and the Order.
Yeah.
Oh no, again.
Wait, am I the order now? Fuck yeah!
Yes.
Yes, except in this case, the Academy is considerably more powerful.
The
Yeah.
Academy had the nuke radiant pointed at me.
All right, guys. So I figured out the power scale. The taller you are, the more powerful you are.
Are you calling the dwarves not powerful?
Damn.
It's an elf thing.
Shit.
The dwarves play by their own rules.
So, yeah,
They're not.
Dwarves are their
bound
own
by
thing.
laws.
Is Kane's gonna say anything else after I said that, or is he just gonna let me continue back to my group?
He just kind of lets his hand fall across your chest plate, leaving bloody streaks. And then he sits back down.
As I just go back to the table, I just kind of get a napkin, clean off the blood, and sit down with my group.
What
Yeah,
the
I look
fuck
over. I'm
did
like,
you say
"That
to
sounds
him?"
dead."
Garrus just staring at you and goes, "Did you just piss off Kane?"
I think it was bound to happen, but yes.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Did you say?
I didn't say
Okay.
anything to him. I was saying stuff to Assyrian.
You must
and
have said something to him.
He was saying that my existence is worthless, and I said that that is a harsh reality to live in. Essentially.
I think I should also mention that if this is not inferred, Cain and Assyrian hate each other.
Yeah.
Mm.
They are
Kinda concept
diametric.
of just flipping each other out.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because my
Yeah.
communication is not always on point.
It was
But
funny.
Okay.
seeing as I'm loyal to Assyrian, the chances are of this happening are more than likely.
You-
I
like-
feel like that's not all of what you said.
No.
I mean, I'm just gonna summarize what I said to Assyrian, and then also what happened when Cain came up to me afterwards, and just like what was happening with that.
So you're telling me that you just questioned his entire existence to his face.
He questioned mine.
I am
But you do
shocked
not
you're still alive.
question an older god's existence. You do not question a greater god's existence.
Obi-Wan was like, I am right. He is dumb.
Yeah.
Like, look, I've only known my younger brother for like 5 minutes here, and he's already trying to die. This does not bode well.
I stand for the beliefs of my people, and honor shall prevail through any hardships, including the violence of others.
Yeah, and so will
Until
murder.
until honor is murdered.
Honor-
That will do nothing if honor dies with you.
That's true. But,
Obi-Wan's just, damn.
but
Yeah.
if I bend my head to violence, then that just proves that in the end, violence is stronger, and I will not do that.
Okay,
But I think that
fair.
violence is stronger.
But
There are many
like,
things that are really strong.
this is a
Alright,
social gathering that is, kind of meant to be happy, right?
Yeah.
We're not here to make enemies.
It was gonna happen if I was gonna talk with Lord Assyrian. Like if I have my loyalties to Lord Assyrian
Okay,
for
fair.
what he's
But
done.
then why did you respond to Cain?
Would I not respond to a god that's talking directly to me? 'Cause I feel like that would be even more rude.
No, there's always that option.
Like,
I do it all
sure,
the time. Did that one, I point to Kalea.
Yeah, because you're a dumbass.
I think that's a bit different. I think
But like, you could have, yes,
I
acknowledged.
do
his
Devol
it
sometimes.
might not
too.
have been the most tactical move.
Like,
No,
you could have acknowledged that, like, yes, he had said a snide comment towards you, but you didn't have to engage in the snide comment.
I didn't mean to engage in a snide comment. It just happened, and I do apologize if I did upset you all.
Don't
Apologize to
apologize to
us.
us. We're
The only people that you should be apologizing to are yourself and Kane.
you
And
know
your
the people who
followers.
can wipe us
And your
off this
followers.
planet any minute.
I mean, you know, he does he does what he wants to.
Like, I get what you were
If
going
he-
for, but, like, smart choices. Gotta make smart choices.
Yeah, but you know,
As I said to these two earlier, choose the battles you can win.
yeah, that's why you're here.
And right now, I'm trying to figure out what battles I can win.
Honestly, though.
That's the most
Yeah.
important step. And off to
Partway
harvest.
through your guys' conversation, it is interrupted by a short 3 blows of a horn. Coming from the center, it is being blown by Tyr.
I'm gonna stand up and just get ready for just to show my respect.
I'm gonna stay sitting.
My notes.
What's everyone else doing?
He
Yeah, what's
projects. Everyone else is just taking a seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll
Sit down.
I thought it was like a thing where like everyone like stands up and-
Or may just pulls him down. Sorry, just sit
No,
down. Sit down.
Okay.
I don't think you would have needed to pull him down.
Yeah, no,
But-
I have eyes.
Tyr begins talking, and pardon my exposition. Humans, elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, and other honored guests, referring to each race in their native tongue. We are gathered here under the roof of our most gracious host, Lord Paylor. May his fields be ever ripe and his house grow evermore, in merrymaking and peace. He pauses for breath and a polite remark from Lord Phalor. He raises his hand, stands up, and briefly says, "It has been my pleasure to reinforce old covenants and to create new ones." Tyr clears his throat and continues. To discuss a matter of great importance and potency, we must discuss our plans, ways, means, policy, and devices. This is Tyr's style. When he is involved in official business, he likes to continue on saying more and more without saying much at all. He eventually wraps up his very long speech saying, "It is the duty of ourselves and those who have preceded us, in the good faith of our followers and our spheres of influence, to discuss among ourselves the lofty expectations and creed we wish to impress upon the yet still gentle peoples and sheep of our flocks. Do not be deceived, young and honorable ones. The choices that we will make will be made in the intervening years of our isolation, will create schisms within our world and followers unseen by those who set out to prevent them. They will be the source of great strife in a young and impressionable world. They will be great sources of tumultuous storms, but with the storm comes rain, and with rain will come beautiful new growth. You are to decide how you want to prune and guide that new growth." With that, and with very little clapping from the rest of the gods seated there, you get a more of a sense of, oh, thank God he's done talking. And there are several things that are being handed out. A lot of them are just different devices for writing. Among the humans, there are great clay tablets with small instruments made for marking. Among the dwarves are slabs of slate and chalk. Among the elves, there are quill pens and parchment. And among the gnomes, Well, you're not quite sure what the gnomes are being given out because they don't make a whole lot of sense to look at.
They're giving like a little like lights just so they can make shadow images.
Glass pens.
To each of the halflings, there are little bowls being handed out. And you begin to see the halflings painting each other's faces.
Huh.
Oh god, they're adorable.
It is at this point that you understand now is the time to start discussing your tenets.
Hmm.
I just start writing mine. And I be very careful and meticulous with how I write it.
Obi-Wan. I almost said Obi-Wan.
Didn't say Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. It's just sitting there. It's just, okay. Forge. People. Forge and people. Forge people.
See,
Like forging people.
and he's like, I got it.
hey,
And
Josh,
he
hey,
starts
Josh.
writing down his tenets.
Oh no.
Kalea, like, just is muttering to herself as she writes. Just, like, kind of absent-mindedly. But something about just, like, I want to be, like,
The very best.
reasonable. You
No one
bastard.
ever
No
was.
one ever was.
Pokemon!
Jesus Christ.
Like, Kalea is muttering about just, like, I want to be, like, reasonable with creation. I don't want to, like, I want there to be cost. Like, invention
Gosh.
without cost is not a great thing.
If I might interject, you see,
Oh.
standing at the side of your table, you see a very, very, very short gnome in
Hello.
very fancy-looking dress.
I'm afraid
He
I didn't
wears
see
a
you approach.
waistcoat with very poofy pants. This is Garl.
Ah. Garl,
Perhaps
yes?
I might lend a saying that necessity is the mother of invention. Is that where you are going with? What do you mean by cost?
Frankly, I'm a little bit concerned that you were listening.
Well, I'm a very nosy person, he says, gesturing to his large nose.
Funny. I was thinking more along the lines that, like, there is a certain point along your invention path where the cost becomes too high. If you're inventing for the sake of invention and disregarding all of the effects that it may have, then, well, it could turn out promoting more bad than good.
I don't disagree. That's just an awful lot of words.
Yeah.
You gotta keep in mind, mortals have really small heads.
Well, I'm not writing it in those exact words.
Well, then how are you writing it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
Frankly, I don't want to.
Why not?
Because that's my decision.
It's just, sister, can't you be nicer?
I'm just gonna sip my tea.
Yeah.
You just always
Fine.
have tea.
Fine, if you don't want to collaborate, that's fine.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I understand how the elves will be. Shut off. No sharing.
Oh, there will be sharing. I'm just trying to
Apparently
figure
there's
out
no
what
sharing.
Would you let me finish my sentence, please?
No.
Obi-Wan's sitting there, shocked.
Yeah.
He's just,
Wait,
this is
he's
gonna ruin
like,
everything.
Curse
We
stops
already-
writing and starts laughing.
This is gonna ruin every. Go ahead, please.
I'm trying.
Just Obviously,
if
you're
you-
not.
If you mind, if you don't mind, Clay, I can interject on your behalf.
No, do not interject on my behalf, please.
I don't know why you keep offering that.
I've only offered it twice, but it's a good thing to do to help others.
I agree.
But sometimes helping others can be worse.
At the
Gotta
moment,
fight your own
I'm
battles
just trying
sometimes.
to figure out what I want from my own followers without external influence.
Is that possible though?
No, but I'm trying to limit it.
Isolationism. I understand.
See, at that point, you're just twisting my own words.
Well, that is what I am known for.
I see.
Oh, you're so boring. Okay, I'm gone. Bye.
See you, girl.
Have fun.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I just look over and it's just.
If we have two people who pissed off a greater deity,
No, been pissed off. Just more annoyed with that one.
I do not know how to
You-
talk to that man.
I
well,
think he is capricious.
Carefully.
isn't he their god of inventions?
I'd have to check that as a player.
That's why I
Guns,
said.
protection, trickery, gen cutting, and humor.
That's where Josh was saying Morden, like that Morden's like, oh yeah, talk with Garo, and then like he had that mischievous grin that you guys were like, oh, you're trouble.
Yeah, he's the god of trickery, right?
Trickery.
So
And gen
Loki.
cutting, apparently.
Yeah.
He's got some very interesting hair.
Yes.
I think his mustache is just fabulous.
His
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, no, his,
mustache.
I
his
love
It looks like his like sideburns are like melding into his mustache.
Oh yeah, he's got mutton chops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like the little
He's got
curtails of
chops
his.
and a goatee.
He's like,
He's got a look to him, you know. He's owning
I
it.
like how
I
I
respect
like
that.
how he's like I like how he's better dressed than most of the human deities.
Man,
Like,
I mean, gen
Well,
cutting,
yeah.
that's a profitable business.
The
Yes.
humans are tribal.
Yeah.
You expect every single one of the humans to be fully dressed in
Yeah.
The rest
Renaissance
of us are
wear.
just fancy.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
fancy. I also like the little curved curtails that he has on his jacket.
Frankly,
Oh, he
I
is
don't-
actually missing invention.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Oh,
Oh,
I am not
makes
perfect.
a lot more sense.
would that
What
have
else? Like, why is he here?
changed then Kalea's outlook at that conversation?
Would Kalea have known?
I mean,
You did.
she would have had some idea if Moradin was just like, yeah, if you want some more of that, like, invention advice, then go talk to Garl.
Gordon did say that.
Would you have liked to have retconned anything in that conversation?
Frankly, probably not, but, like, I was just having trouble coming up with a sentence that would not have been twisted, which Kalea would have also been thinking.
And
Just-
that's most conversations with Garl.
Yeah, just like, how do I say something that this man will not turn on its head?
Anyways,
Let's go from
Just
these.
like, I do not know how to talk to someone who twists your every single word.
And don't be like me.
There's back.
But or it may basically writes down 5 of the main tenants and kind of says, "This is good as main tenants." I'm gonna go ask him. Basically, he'll stand up and walk over to Lord Palor and Tyr and say, my older brothers, I created my tenants. Can you take a look at them? I think they worded good."
it will be my pleasure, Tyr says as he snatches the tablet out of your hand. Why don't you type them out for me?
Let's see. Well, I do have them. Just copy. Paste.
What does respect mean?
Respect the land.
What does that
Do
mean?
not overly do not overly destroy it. By respect the land, I
How would you
mean
define destroy?
destroy unnecessarily cut. Unnecessarily
Where is your line in necessary?
see. This is the one part where I think I really thank you. My elder brother saying this is that he just says is respecting the land means do not utterly and totally destroy what makes each single piece of land itself. Do not wipe out a forest to make a. Do not wipe out an entire forest. Do not just uproot every animal living there. Do not destroy animal species in the area they live. I think that's what I would call respect. Respect the cycle that continues as humans join it.
Halor is a little more thoughtful on this. You do realize this will put you and your followers at odds to some degree. Anyone that tries to create a city, or a town, or a settlement.
Yes, but well, yes, my Paylor, my brother. I don't. I'm not really sure how to write it, where it'll be like how. That's why I came to you two asking, do you have any advice on how I would change it to make it look more better, or let's say don't just. Basically, I'm trying to say don't just utterly destroy nature for no reason.
I suppose it's just when you say that, no reason. Nobody or very few people do anything with no reason.
Yeah.
So, what reason is acceptable to you? How much are you willing to put yourself and those who follow at odds with those who, for example, would follow Shantia, who clear lands in order to tame it? I'm not
Okay.
trying to make a decision for you. It's just that's when you are defining this first tenet that you've delivered to us.
Yeah. No,
You need
I
to
understand. Be more
yeah,
clear.
you need to be clear, and that's really all that I have to say about it.
Sure.
Yes, it really just comes down to what do you define as respect? What do you and your
Okay.
followers think respecting somebody means? It's sort of
Okay. How about this? How about this? Do not do not poison the land with evil deeds.
how does one poison it?
Unnecessarily builds.
Where
Yeah,
what
no,
is
no, yeah, no,
necessary?
I understand. Understand. No, give me a minute. I'll take it back easy. Basically, just takes the thing and starts like, how do I put this in
Take
better
your time.
terms?
We don't need to be doing this within the first day of our completion here.
Yeah.
We have time.
Yeah.
If anything else, we have time.
I think I
This is
got
Uh,
most of my tenets down. I just kind of wavy on the fourth one, but it should still work.
so I'm assuming because Vol is crafts and all that stuff, right? That Obion, Vol, and Kalei have like a really good working relationship or something like that.
If I were to view it as a relationship in a familial sense, Vol's ideas and personification sort of fathered your guys's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vol's basically, if I were to look at Kalea in reference to Vol, the things that Kalea does are what Vol did out of necessity and not out of want.
Okay.
Vol made things because he had to. Kalea does it for a pursuit of progress. And that's kind of similar. You're more just like a narrowed down version of what he does.
Mhm.
If someone wanted to be good at smithing, they would pray to Vol and Obion.
Okay. So I'm assuming was it Chars?
Trace.
Trace? Yeah, Trace, like SH. Trace?
Are we talking about the lion?
Yes. I'm trying to make sure I get the name like just like Ignatius.
Trace.
Trace. Right? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I walk over and I'm like, "Hey, Trace. Hey, Vol. Can I get
Trace
some
just
advice?"
kind of greets you with this deep rumble.
I'm just
And
looking.
because you addressed Trace first, Vol is actually not startled.
Mhm. Um,
Yes.
I was wondering if I could hopefully get some advice on my tenants from you.
Um,
If
sure, if you don't mind reading them out loud, though.
no, that's fine. Is Vol like writing down his tenants
Vol's not
or
doing anything currently, actually.
oh
I'm not sure
um
Vol can write.
well
It's not
essentially
that he can't, it's that he has already done so ahead of time.
Oh.
oh okay
Is it in
um
Braille?
Zane.
Actually, well, that's not a rude thing to ask. It probably would have been more in like a clay tablet.
Hmm. Yeah, no problem. I read out my tenants to him. Want me to copy and paste it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He kind of takes a minute to think. Obion, you don't have fire.
No.
Damn.
No, I
Just
don't.
like-
I'm gonna kind of skip over the steel part because
Yeah,
Steel
that
don't
doesn't exist
yet.
yet.
doesn't exist.
What do you mean? Well, I suppose you're trying to derive meaning from creation, and creation is what living is what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Why? Okay, that makes sense. What do you mean bend
It
and
it
never
is
break?
what I mean by
What
it.
if I need to break?
What I mean by bend but never break is is essentially to keep an open mind, right? To others' opinions, other facts, and other things, but also stay true to your own values. I'm not saying to be as stubborn as a mule, right? But I'm just saying to be kind of worldly in a sense. Essentially, just to break it down, it's just to be open-minded, but still keep the values that you hold close to yourself a core part um, of you.
And Do you want your followers to be thinking in such a metaphorical way? Do you want their thinking to be as abstract as your tenets are? And are you okay if they interpret them differently?
That is a really good point.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I think
Yeah.
giving your children plenty of freedom is a great way to see growth. But is it what you want? He says, holding a small wooden top that he has made, kind of using it like a pointer.
Mm-hmm. It's just, I'll take a little bit more time on that, and I'll fix the fire part. As I'm trying to get fire somehow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can leave it if you plan on getting it.
It's just, how am I gonna get fire? I have multiple ideas. I asked Moradin gave me some ideas about fire, but it's, how can I get it without stepping on toes and without having a negative relationship?
He kind of winces. I'm not sure that's possible, Lubian.
Yeah.
There's the cause and effect that we can't see in the world.
Yes. No,
Especially if I'm gonna borrow your things here. You can bend things plenty, but it takes a lot of skill to know when something's going to break.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you gotta break a lot of things before you know how far they can bend.
Yeah. Thank you, Vol. I take the. Well, I guess I don't even take the piece of paper because I spoke it to him. And say, yeah, thank you. Talk to you later. That's it. See you later, Trace. Trace. Fuck.
As
Say
you're
Nick.
as you're beginning to walk away, Trace makes an
I'm just.
opportunity attack.
It's like, I'm sorry.
He basically grabs at your ankles
I turn around. I'm like, I'm
Like
sorry.
like a cat.
In like
with
a
his
cute cat
paws
way, or
that are about as big as your lower leg.
murder
Fuck.
mittens.
The claws leaving very light scratches. He wasn't intending on hurting you,
Yeah.
but he was offended.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't speak well sometimes. Walk back, Curly. Walk back.
I realize I forgot one of my 10. I'm quickly trying to create it.
Does anyone else want to approach another god? Share it with
I mean,
amongst
I have
yourselves.
I have a
I'm
question.
thinking.
I already know that there's a conflict between two of my tenets, but I'm thinking of how to resolve it.
Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, Josh. So is Hoeth here, or how do you say that name?
Hoeth.
Hoeth. All right.
Hoeth is here.
All right. I might be interested in talking with him, but I need to finish my code for this. Get it on. Yeah.
Honestly, I like the hesitation here. It's good. It means you guys are thinking, and I'm going to kind of represent this as you guys spend a lot of time working through these things and trying to figure them out. You bounce ideas off of other people or just internally. Like, the people who went to talk to other gods, maybe you went to go and talk to them again, and maybe they continued to shoot them things down, or maybe they reinforced your ideas.
Because with that, I'm thinking about Ormaze. Ormaze first one that they had like respect nature. He might change it to do not drive a species into existence in a region. Do not overhunt. Do not overhunt a species.
Okay.
So after the sun has begun to set among the giant shield mountains, torches are lit and lamps are brought out among the tables for further discussion. Food is brought out. One of the main dishes among the different tables is moose. It's an unfamiliar taste to some of you, but it is rather good in the way that it is prepared. Creature, I already did that description. Songs begin to be sung by the human and dwarven gods, while musical instruments of wood and animal horn or skin are brought out by the elves. It is led by the elven god Hoeth, and is eventually joined by some of the others. The dwarves especially seem to enjoy their singing, as it becomes almost distractingly loud. Would all of you like to retire for the day?
I am still working on
Yes.
mine a little bit more diligently.
Listen.
Obion will retire for the day because there's been a lot on his mind.
Kalea will
Alright.
reluctantly retire for the day.
You
There's
are
still the
reassured.
writing.
You are reassured there was never any rush. Many of the gods, especially Assyrian, was on the more conservative side, in that they thought this was going to take weeks, if not months. You are provided by the Guardians with a small single-room home for each of the cohorts on flagstone foundations, built of tall timbers in a circle below a thatched roof. There are cots of animal skin and straw, fresh straw, laid out and elevated next to a central lowered fire pit. For those of you who retire for the night, I'm also for those of you who continue to work into the night. Slowly, the Great Hall of the Morning Lord very, very slowly but surely empties. Until late at night, there are only a few sparse tables with current, excuse me, with people still at them. Even some of the chief gods, most notably Yondala and Garl and
Alright.
Tyr, retire for the night. With that, as we continue to work on our tenets, I'll message you guys throughout the week. Things that the gods will be poking at your different things if you decide to ever bring them to them.
Alright.
I'm going to wrap up the session.
Alrighty.
Ooh.